I mean, it's quite obvious at this point someone is being lied to.
God, I was a teenager. She was a teenager. So what?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she lied to me, Joe. I didn't ask for credentials. I want to see the outfit, and I want to go to a game and see you cheer. I think you're lying
Vikings.
to me. I don't care. She was good looking.
Orson Woods Wacko has a question. How do you not know how old you were when you quote-unquote graduated high school?
I don't know. I have to do the math.
This is brutal.
Well, figure out what year you were born.
Yeah, I did
and
that.
then subtract it from 1975.
Yeah. So I've been 17.
Okay.
All right. So what? I'm 17. Say I went to spring break on 77. Whatever. God, I don't know.
But weren't you no longer...
Why do you spend time on something just so stupid?
Well, I don't know.
Like that. You're not going to catch me in a lie.
No.
But didn't you say that you were out of college when the spring break happened?
Yeah, I went to college for 2 years.
Gotcha.
Maybe a year and a half, actually. I don't think I finished my second year at Merrimack. So, I mean, what does it matter? Maybe she lied to me.
Well, the Illsider's back after you vanquished him at Normandy, and he says this is a fair question, Orson Woods Wacko.
What did Orson Woods Wacko ask?
How do you not know how old you were when you graduated high school?
Well, off the top of my head, no. I'd have to do the math. I don't know what I just remember I thought I got my license during my senior year. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
I know I drove my sister's Mustang to school 1 year.
Earn runs this year.
One time at the end of
1, 1, 1, 4, 3.
okay.
My God. I mean,
Guys, the guy who remembers third grade lunch like it was yesterday now has selective amnesia. That's from the 480.
what does that have to do with anything, how old I am? You can remember things in your life.
Yeah. We just want to make sure that this wasn't a May-December romance with the Vikings high school.
It wasn't a
cheerleader.
romance at all.
No.
God, I went and saw her once, and that was pretty much it. I had fun at spring break with her. But
She was a fun gal.
Do the math. We have 2 hours left. That's from Tervis Parish.
I was 48, and I was dating a high school girl, Joe. How about that?
Oh, no.
That's what he's looking at.
they're
That's
all
what he's trying
Wisconsin
to
players.
do. He's trying to think that I was old and she was a teenager. We're both teenagers.
She was a little Nordic Spitfire is what she was.
Somebody, I don't know how, has a picture of Iggy on a golf team in 1973.
What?
For Brentwood High School.
Oh, really?
I was a 4-year letterman.
From the yearbook, probably.
So 71 through 75, I lettered.
That's too many years. That's 5 years of high
72,
school.
73, 74, 75.
Oh, you said 71 to
I
75.
graduated in Magdalen in 71.
Okay. Hell of a ball striker.
No, I wasn't very good. Because everybody made the team. But I was on the first team my last 2 years there. Hey, what's the point? So
I don't know what the
I
point
know
was.
when I went to.
lost
I know
track
when I,
of the point.
I know when I went. No, not you. I know when I went to high school.
Yeah.
What's the point of a yearbook picture from 73?
Just a nice little stroll down memory lane.
How's my
is all it
swing
is.
look?
It's just a picture of the players gathered with their coach. It looks
Coach
wonderful.
Lauer. Yeah, I don't have a 73 yearbook, so I don't know what it looked like.
I got a podcast that's in the top 50 in every country on the planet.
Yeah, Pepper and Genie.
That's right. We kill it.
Yeah, and I think I only have the 75 yearbook.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan of TMA, and I am thrilled to have new clients on board Longo Biggs Injury Law. CD Longo and Doug Biggs. And Doug, the thing I want our audience to know is that you guys are local and you guys are different. Tell our audience how you're different.
Yeah, Tim, both CD and I are from St. Louis area, born and raised in the South City area or the South County area, and we are also thrilled to be part of the TMA family now. If anyone signs up with us for an injury case, their case is treated like they are family. We get to know you, we get to know the ins and outs of your case, and make sure we represent you like you are part of our family. We're not like one of the large firms in the area who might take your case and just treat you like another number or another file. You'll get our personal attention. It's either CD and I who will handle your case directly. And if you are injured in an accident, please remember us. You can visit us at longobiggs.com, and that's Biggs with 2 G's.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, at the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. It is the Munganess St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Welcome to our Michelob Ultra Studios. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Plowhawk, and Action Jackson with you on a program that solicits your involvement by texting in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5 and using the TMASTL app, friends. You can send a message via the TMASTL app and immediately become a friend of the feather. Maybe you move to the front of the line quicker. Doug, I don't have all the answers.
Well, I was hoping you would, because I'm not going to be much good to you today.
The Blues beat the Sharks. You got exactly what you wanted.
Oh, I did get that, but now I got 43 degrees and rain all day. So, no, I've battled traffic to get in here. I don't think that I'm going to be much good to anybody at all. I assume it's about the same down there.
They're 36 hours away.
Well, yeah, that's exciting.
All right, there we go.
But
Now you're starting to get fired up.
Yeah, really. I need to get fired up. That's what I need. I need a little bit more.
You going to the block party tonight?
Is there a block party?
Metro Boomin'.
It'll be raining.
Oh. I hadn't planned on going, but I'm sure it'll be a big time. Fun for
Jackson,
everybody.
you going?
I may. I love Metro.
That sounds like a no to me, but didn't want to say no. That's my read.
Well, I haven't really. I'm a kind of play it by ear guy. So, but I love Metro Boomin', so I'd love to go check it out.
All right. I hear a garbage truck backing up. Where is that?
You can hear that. I can barely hear that.
Oh yeah,
it's not a garbage truck. I am at PGA National doing the program where the Plowhawk and Patty Harrington exchanged pleasantries 8 years ago after he won a Monday playoff against, was that Daniel Berger, Doug?
I don't know who it was.
And they are disassembling the stands, which I would say, Iggy, I think I would probably hit about a 9-iron from where I am right now, although the Hawk is into me a bit of the 18th green, and they are disassembling the stands. I'm surprised you could hear that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have wonderful hearing.
I'm surprised they even need
an even
stands.
better ass.
Hey, I think it's all about the mic that you're using.
All right. Well, this mic's right in my mouth.
Well, it's backing up again.
If
I
you're
hear
watching on YouTube, you can see it.
Yeah.
God, I don't even hear it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. I went to a kind of last-minute decision. I went to Highly Suspect last night at the pageant.
Highly Suspect.
Yeah, I dig their music.
What kind of music they have?
Alternative. Johnny Stevens, I like his voice. So that was a last-minute thing. I said, yeah, I'll go.
And you dig it?
I dig their music, yeah.
Groovy.
I'm looking at the YouTube chat, and somebody has posed the question, where's the learn cutout? Did Iggy take it home?
Oh.
And I'm watching YouTube as well, and I don't see it.
I must have brushed against it as I walked in. And
think it fell.
Did it fall?
Yeah. No, it's down there. I think I knocked against it. Forgot to pick it up. It's down on the floor.
I see Jackson's entering. What does that mean?
Oh, no.
And there's a look of panic on his face.
What's the matter?
Peter, something is
Can't
wrong.
tell what's wrong yet. Oh, no.
Peter, something is wrong.
No, apparently we're fine.
What's the issue?
Iggy's taking the time to put learn back up.
Yeah.
Jackson is something. Doug, what is wrong?
What in the world?
I don't know. I would say you sound a little hollow. A little tinny, but that's just, I mean, you're not cutting in and out.
No, you're not.
Who sounds hollow?
You sound a little tinny out there.
Do I really?
Just
Same
barely.
setup?
That's about what it was yesterday.
Dude, this internet.
I think it's fine. He sounds fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing.
Jackson,
nothing
talk to
worry
me.
about.
You're a prince.
He's not talking to anyone. He's in a trance.
Yeah,
of
he's
some
mad.
sort.
He's madder than a hornet.
He really is. Gosh. Here it is Friday. I know it's raining and cold out there, but get over it, man.
I'm all good.
Okay. Well, what do you keep fiddling with the levers for?
I'm just making sure that everything is all right.
He's just making sure it's okay, Tim.
Hang in there, Doug. Wednesday is going to be 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, pony.
That's
and
nice.
tomorrow night in downtown St. Louis, it's going to be a pony.
Yeah, I think it is. And supposedly upper 50s now for games, they're saying. That's pretty nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Iggy, is that what you're saying?
Well, I said mid-50s. I guess they all changed it after they listened.
Yeah. Let's look again. Saturday's been as high as 60 Saturday.
What do you think?
It won't be 60 at 7 o'clock at night, but Should be a nice day for it.
Can't wait for all the posts about on the fan page. There will be no less than 60 to 65 posts from now until 36 hours.
Saying what?
From now about where they at the game, who's here, ravioli heads, hey, I'm pre-gaming, go Dogs. I mean, it ain't going to be nauseous. So we could
You don't want to hear that.
preemptively just keep it to one thread and just comment like a photo on that thread instead of starting a new one.
And intertwined between those will be the Battlehawks post.
People saying cacaw.
I honestly may mute Dogs on my Facebook.
Oh, come on. You can't be this
timeline.
upset already. We haven't had our first
Not
home
upset.
game.
I'm just anticipating a lot of posts that I'm going to have to just scroll past.
Okay.
I was trolling this thread last night. Not on the fan page. It was on Facebook, and somebody said,
I thought you had withdrawn from posting.
"No, it's not on the fan page."
Oh,
Facebook.
Where are you currently trolling?
It was just on my feed, and somebody said, I don't even know the guy, was praising the Battlehawks on the Claiborne hire, because he's gone again.
What's he doing with the Battlehawks?
He took what's his name place? Who was the guy that was announcing that he took the job with the Les Steckel? Didn't Steckel leave? He quit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they hired Claiborne. And he said, that's a great hire. Keep the momentum going. And I said, watch, I'm going to see how many responses I get. I go, what kind of momentum? They haven't even played a game yet. They're 2-0, you idiot. They're 2-0. They come back, they're 2-0. What are you looking at? God, it was funny.
This is Mike Claiborne?
No, didn't they hired
Who are you saying?
former Ram.
The Battlehawks hired a former Ram.
He played for the Rams in like 1 year. Wasn't it Claiborne? Not Mike Claiborne. I thought his name was Claiborne.
I still don't quite know what you're talking about.
Les Steckel left. He quit. He was the linebackers coach, wasn't he?
Chris Claiborne.
Chris Claiborne. Steckel quit, and they hired Claiborne to take his job.
Gotcha.
Yeah, correct.
And just to troll, I said, they haven't even played a game yet. What momentum? They're 2-0, you idiot.
Yeah.
Just everybody. I found it funny.
Well, why did Steckel quit?
Maybe got another lucrative job in calling football.
Quick as a hiccup.
Quick as a hiccup.
Dave Steckel quit?
I think that's what I read.
I hadn't seen that anywhere.
Is that right, Jackson?
Yeah, he stepped away.
Why did he step away?
Well, we have him on at 9 o'clock, so I guess we can ask him.
I guess he lasted longer than Matt Holiday.
Steckel's on?
I was joking.
I was going to say, because nobody even knew he quit. Kind of hard.
Yeah, well, I'm omnipotent. Yeah, I don't know. No reason I can read, but he has resigned as the linebackers coach.
Huh.
What in the actual damn hell is this man talking about? That's from Tervis Parrish.
Well, do a little digging. I got news for you. How about that? I broke news
When
today.
you said Claiborne, I thought of Mike Claiborne. They said that.
So did I, and I didn't know that he was going to call the Battlehawks game and step away from the Cardinals. I would probably pull him aside and say, I'm not sure that's the move. Not my place to tell him that, but on the surface, it doesn't seem like the move.
Wouldn't.
Unless the XFL is going all live golf and just paying broadcasters ridiculous sums of money.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I did say he played for the Rams in 95. I don't believe Claiborne played for the Rams in 95.
Guys, just to be clear, Mike Claiborne is now the defensive coordinator for the Battlehawks.
That's what I
Is that
got
what
out
I'm
of
hearing?
it.
That's from
Yeah.
Alan Dadeville.
He could coach him up.
I couldn't think of his first name. I just said Claiborne took the job. Used to play for the Rams in 95. I don't believe Mike Claiborne played for the Rams in 95.
I don't remember it if he did.
He was doing radio still.
Yeah.
Guys, I hope the City SC nicknames turn fans into different gangs. You got the Dogs Gang, the Ravioli Boys Gang, the Pork Steak Posse, etc. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughan Castle. Will this be a
Hellcats.
Gangs of New York setting tomorrow night at City Park where people are fighting over what the team name should be?
Well, we are definitely dogs all day here.
Yeah, we are.
It'd be more like Grease. There's 3 factions slap fighting.
We're going to need leather jackets, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. You know what crew you're a part of.
Then they'll all start singing.
Maybe our gal pals can wear poodle skirts.
Morning, guys. Check this out. A guy I don't know posted a positive note about the Battlehawks. So what I did is I said something that didn't make any sense. Guys, why isn't anybody laughing? Guys? Thanks. That comes from Carl's got into an accident on the way here. So if you or a neighbor want to masturbate in his place, let me know.
Oh.
It's from Carl's got into an accident on the way here. Maybe it's Carrie.
I didn't say it was funny. I said I was trolling.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I do that. I do that on Golf Rival. And
Oh, yeah.
every once in a while, I take a little jab.
Well, you're a decent troll if you need to be.
No, I don't do much trolling, but
You don't?
I mean, I get so tired of the Battlehawks things. They're praising a team
What
for a
bothers
coach
you
quitting.
more, the Battlehawks or City?
Well, they're equal.
What about the Cardinals?
Well, they're irrelevant, but
The Cardinals are irrelevant?
now they are. They haven't even started a game yet.
Doug Adam Wainwright was batted around yesterday in a 6-0 loss to the Astros.
Yeah, they're concerned that he's not throwing very hard.
He's throwing 85 miles an hour. I think we have a problem.
Plowhawk act.
I think we may have a problem. I love Waino to death, but
Yeah.
85, I don't care what your placement is with a pitch. That thing's going to get rocked.
He says he's got a little bit of a finger issue with a blister or something on his
Flarity's
finger.
already hurt. This is unreal. This is hilarious.
Come on, calm
this
down.
couldn't be a better Cardinal day yesterday.
Calm down.
Our ace is throwing 80 miles an hour, and our secondary hope, our pride of needing to get out of this season alive would be Flaherty being healthy, and of course before he plays, he's hurt.
Oh, well, they're going to be.
This rotation sucks.
They're going to be extra cautious this time of year. First of March, they're not going to push anybody.
Put them in a bubble. Wrap them all up in bubble wrap.
What would you just take a bite out of?
A donut, a non-wrapped snack.
Oh, you're going against the wrapping because the listeners were a little critical of the wrapping?
Yeah, I thought it was a good compromise.
Look at that. Wow, I think that is. Doug, that's us taking the extra step.
Feels like it, yeah. A lot of sugar in that.
Why do you care?
Well, now you're upset.
Yeah, I don't bow down to these people. If you want to unwrap it, unwrap it. Unwrap it right in front of the microphone.
Yeah, I actually just wanted a donut. I didn't do it for the listeners.
Boy, the birds are back now, Tim.
Yeah, they ain't on the back.
Yeah, well, I'm in a different location today. And it does sound, I can hear the birds.
Yeah, this one's
no
really
hawk
chirpy.
yet. I think we're going to have severe hawk, though, at some point.
Oh. But did you play
so I was
golf
planning on
yesterday?
doing it inside, but today, I think later today, it's going to be windy as the day is long. What did you ask, Doug? I'm sorry.
Did you play golf yesterday?
I did not. I went and just chipped and putted just to practice, put the AirPods in, listen to a podcast, listen to some music, and chipped and putted. And I know you play better on Bermuda, but you got to make that Bermuda adjustment. So many tight lies when you're playing off Bermuda, and also you have to play conscientiously with regards to the grain. And that's just what I spend about 9 hours just chipping and putting to really see if I could dial in my game for my weekend matches at Medalist and Bears Club before I play Seminole on Monday.
I'm considered a Bermuda player, but I don't see a lot of it. I don't see a lot of it at Riverside.
No, that's crabgrass.
Is that what that is? Yeah. That's not a bad little place.
No, it's not. It's a lot of play.
Tim, I visited the renovated Maggie O'Brien's yesterday. The place is absolutely amazing with an incredible view of the stadium. Got to say hi to the great American Eddie McVeigh. The next 40 hours between soccer and the, I guess that means Missouri Valley Conference, is going to be crazy. Trib City. It's from Beer Cats.
Oh.
Big Missouri Valley Conference guy.
Well, he'll have to get off work at the Angry Beaver if he's going to see any of the Arch Madness games. I bet they marry a lot of ketchup at the Enterprise Center. Could maybe get a job there.
Yeah, don't they have packs?
I don't know.
I'm so anti-ketchup packet, it's unbelievable.
Why?
You can't
Boy, Jackson, I didn't know that I was until you said it, but I'm right there with you on that.
Of all
so
hills
much
to die on.
So much effort just to get like one fry's worth of ketchup, like
a droplet.
Yeah, it's
like a droplet, Bill.
The Cardinals do it.
If you had the ketchup bottle there, or the squeezins, Doug, the squeezins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could shoot out, I would say, 7 pounds of ketchup in about a second and a half. But with the packet, you're spending about 10 seconds for a droplet.
Yeah. The move is Chick-fil-A has the ketchup, like what they do with the Chick-fil-A sauce, like that little tub.
Container,
yeah, that's the move. Dude, give away that. You give me a packet, I'm judging.
The packet's probably more sanitary in a stadium-type condition.
Yeah, but if you can't get it open, you got to use your teeth.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Then you're putting your mouth on that packet that you don't know how many people touched.
I don't think people use their teeth to open the ketchup.
No, sometimes you can't get that thing open.
And it gets on your hand, and you can never get it all out. It's a ketchup packet.
Hey, don't make the sound, please.
Let me give you a sopping that I had last night.
Andrew's barbecue sauce?
Well, I had a burger, but obviously I use Andrea's when I make the burger. But I grilled some onions, the burger with the meat from Brush Creek. The hamburger is so sweet. But I cooked it medium rare, grilled the onions, and then I topped it with some Arby's horseradish sauce that I had left over.
Really?
Oh,
God, that stuff is good.
You went to Arby's to get some horseradish.
Well, whenever I go to Arby's, every once in a while say, can you give me like 20 packets of horseradish?
Oh, come on now, that's not fair.
Yeah, she just put 2 handfuls in the bag, so I always have some around. But that horseradish sauce is good. So try that on your burger next time.
Nice little story.
After you roll it around in some Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
We welcome Arby's on board here at the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and we also say hello to our friends at Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour, official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcasts, and the sponsor of the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. Doug, one day in the books at Bay Hill. How is your team performing?
Well, I didn't even look.
Okay.
I don't know.
Iggy, how are the teams performing?
Mine's doing pretty well, other than Tommy Fleetwood, who can't play par 5s.
Idiot.
He is an idiot. Every one of my players was either 3 or 4 under in the par 4s, and he was 1 over.
Well, he struggled.
But, I mean, when was the last time John Rahm didn't lead a tournament? My God. He's playing Tiger-esque right now.
Yeah.
Doug's in trouble this week.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Jackson.
Well, Aaron Wise shooting 7 over yesterday did no help.
No, that's no good.
And then Roger.
Well, Aaron Wise. Doug, is there a larger delta on the PGA Tour than Aaron Wise?
I don't know. I don't follow it that closely.
And then Rory's 1 over. No good.
Idiot.
John Rahm's 1 over today.
Yeah. Shoffley. You got Shoffley, though, so pray for the X-Man.
Oh.
Putnam played pretty well for him, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but Iggy's got guys. Every guy Iggy has is under. Well, Tommy Fleet's over par, but everyone else is under.
Well, things can change.
Yeah, it's early.
Especially with the Hawk today. You're going to see scores this afternoon that you've never seen before. Men will be shooting 120.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, if the Hawk comes up, you may see that. Cut. I don't know, around 2-3 over maybe.
All right. Well, I'll pull for my fellas. I've forgotten who they are at this point.
Brian Harmon, for the record, is 6 over through 5 to give you an idea of the fun and games that could be lurking.
But the Hawk's not up. Is the Hawk up now?
Wind kicks up. What's that?
Is the Hawk up now in Orlando?
All I know is I saw 40-plus mile-an-hour gusts this afternoon. I don't know what. It's not windy here, but we're a couple hours south. But yeah, it's supposed to be in the 40-mile-an-hour range. Carnage as you get ready to head down to the block party for the doggies. Watch this, Doug. Defense, doggies, defense.
Yeah.
Defense, doggies, defense.
Like it. It's a nice chant.
I was somebody tweeted at me, and I posted it on the TMA fan page on Facebook last night. A chant of I don't recall the name of the group, but Jackson, do you have it? Because I see it's in our audio file.
I think it's Floor the Noise.
Doug, Floor the Noise.
What in the world is that?
God.
That was the name of the Twitter page.
Floor or floor?
That
Floor,
tweeted at
like
me?
Fleur de Lis. Floor de Noise.
Okay.
Yeah, Floor de Noise. That's the
It was
Twitter
in my
feed.
mentions. I posted it to the TMA fan page. Doug, here is one of the chants that you will hear tomorrow night as the Dogs take the field for the first time in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis! Oh, St. Louis! It's wonderful! It's wonderful! Oh, St. Louis is wonderful! It's the home of the toasted ravioli! St. Louis is wonderful! Oh, St. Louis! Oh, St. Louis is wonderful! It's wonderful! St. Louis
That'll keep me from going to a game.
Honestly,
now you're out.
Now
You've just
they
withdrawn
ruined
from the field.
They just ruined toasted ravioli. It's so dumb.
We may lose the
I knew
franchise.
the soccer team would do it.
You think hold on a second, this team may relocate?
I think so.
because of that?
When Don Garber hears that, he'll say, sorry, we thought you were ready for a team. Clearly you're not.
Who are we playing Saturday?
Charlotte.
That's my favorite team.
Oh, God, is that cringeworthy?
That's bad. And
Doug, you didn't enjoy it?
No.
It's called St. Louis is Wonderful. It's the home of toasted ravioli. St. Louis is Wonderful. And it's to the melody of When the Saints Go Marching In.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, you heard the percussion.
I did hear the percussion.
Can't even come up with their own song. They're going to steal the blues song and put the worst lyrics. What is Charlotte's? We have the worst airport. You stand in line for 9 hours to transfer.
I doubt that's their chant.
I mean, really?
No, I think that
When
was
you
it.
go through customs, you'll be there forever, and you might miss your next flight.
Walk onto the plane with no shoes.
You're still
Good
upset
morning,
about
guys.
the-
I was a big fan of the Dogs until 30 seconds ago. I am now out. That's a little package.
There
So
you go.
people are now leaving the franchise.
This is Ram rules on steroids, and I know it's only 45 seconds, but that was the worst 45 seconds. I took my headphones off.
You're right. It's right there with Rams rules.
It's
For
awful.
being stupid.
This is telling soccer people how to cheer, what to cheer for, when to. It's way too structured. This isn't going to be annoying.
the whole season is going to be annoying?
I'll just watch highlights on my phone.
Okay.
What do you think Manchester United has a song like that, and they throw in
Yes.
bangers and mash?
I'm sure
They do. All
with
the-
bangers and mash or fish and chips?
Tottenham and a bunch of other teams have When the Saints Go Marching In.
And do they mention
Jackson
food that
actually
they're known
has some
for?
of these other EPL chants, right, Jackson?
Yeah, I have some reference chants to that.
Doug, would you like a reference?
I'd like to hear some of the chants from the other cities, yes.
I don't understand a word they
No,
say.
I can't understand any of it.
Can
I hear
anybody,
no Christmas tree?
No.
can anybody mention one word that was said in any of those three?
I couldn't catch a word of
The
it.
Tottenham one is We're Tottenham Till We Die. We're Tottenham.
Well, you're reading it. You couldn't tell by hearing
Yeah,
it.
I could. And then the other one
Doug, I
is
feel like I'm watching Peaky Blinders.
We Love City. Yes, we do. We Love City.
Yeah, you're reading the things.
I'm looking at the text line, bro. And then
But you didn't hear any of that, though.
No, you
and then the
couldn't
last
say
one
that.
is Blue Flag Fly High from Stamford Bridge to Wembley. We keep the blue flag high.
All right, be honest with me. Did you recognize any of those words in those songs?
Yes, I heard Tottenham
you
and City and Stamford Bridge to Wembley.
I think it's kind of cool that they have chants. It just needs to be a good one.
Now, what are you trying to say about what we just played from O St. Louis
I
is
didn't care
Wonderful?
for
We're the
it.
home of toasted ravioli. O St. Louis is
It
Wonderful.
was completely cheesy. It was just bad. But the idea of having a chant is kind of cool. I like that.
I'm with Doug. This one is embarrassing. I'm not kidding. Like we're fine with chants. Just make them sound like an 8-year-old didn't write it.
Yeah.
Like, stop with the toasted ravioli crap, man. Like, just stop. Just
Now, are they
really
gonna
stop? It's a great appetizer, and you guys are absolutely sinking the ship on it.
Are they going to sing that, or there's those 5 guys that did that, made that up with their snare drums?
I believe there is a section where that will be sung. And then fans throughout the building will be able to join in to cheer on, what do you call them, Doug? The lads in pink?
I don't. No.
So if no other section knows what they're singing, there'll just be one small section singing while everybody else is probably doing something else.
St. Louis is wonderful. We don't even say St. Louis is wonderful. No.
It's so bad. Like, it doesn't even have, like, a real rhythm. Like, the beginning of it sounds so forced.
I would like a song that has some type of reference to
Carjacking.
Helmet, nachos, and load her up.
Well, at least I respect that.
Very niche. Guys, there's nothing more St. Louis than singing a song about deep-fried foods while world-class athletes play a sport. What a bunch of fats!
No.
That's from Arbor Day, who is not happy with what he just heard.
No, we shouldn't be.
Yeah, to me, it's just embarrassing. I know we're happy for the team and got off to a good start, and it's going to be packed. The place is going to be rocking. But I just don't get when you have fans that really don't know what they're doing that try to be like other teams over the pond. We're a soccer city. Look, we got a chant too, and it's just embarrassing.
I'm tired of living under the thumb of King Charles.
Nice. Tea Party, Mississippi River Tea Party.
Yes. I would have liked to have been in Henry VIII's
guys,
court.
Suckboy Tony Asoulard is not happy with the Plowhawk. Suckboy Tony Asoulard, I feel like, Jackson, he is a big soccer fan. That's my read. He's kind of emerged here over the last few days and been very active. He says, I would love to hear what you've written and gotten everyone else to sing, Plowboy. That's from Suckboy Tony of Sewell.
Nothing. Real sports, I can cheer what's on the field. I don't need chants to distract me from a 0-0 game with 80 minutes. Like, the entertainment should be on the field. It shouldn't be a bunch of bozos making up toasted ravioli chants with music that is, trademarked? I mean, when the Saints go marching in, how original. Bet that took 10 minutes.
The song is okay.
We all agree it's terrible. Why are you taking a shot at me? The song is absolutely miserable, and if you want to, Suckboy Tony, write one, go for it. I don't have the time or pay. I don't care.
You're a busy guy.
But
I like to cheer for, on-field product. Oh, look at the athletes. Not, oh, man, this is boring. You want to chant? Sure, let's go.
But you knew this was going to be a little different than most other major sports that come to town. Like, it's okay for people to kind of get weird with it.
No, I love weird.
Just not terrible.
I just don't think this is weird enough, or I don't know.
Dogtown Astrovan, I apologize. So many Dogtown representatives, now that the dogs are taking over this market, has written new lyrics. So St. Louis loves drag racing. No, St. Louis loves drag racing. We all want to live in the county. Oh, St. Louis loves drag racing. Doug, do you think that could be adopted?
It's better, yeah. People would laugh as they sang it.
Can't people just enjoy sporting events anymore? I mean, even...
That's what they're doing.
You're the one who's upset with people.
Well, I mean, just enjoy without this stuff. The Cardinals now, with the wave, and they have the woo!
That's not new.
The wave's been going on for decades.
The woo hasn't.
No, that's true.
We got to come up with something new. Let's do the woo.
Phenomenon, and it's a wonderful addition to the experience.
And how many teams are doing the tomahawk chop still? The Braves, the Chiefs.
That might have been decreasing over the relative.
Well, it didn't with the Chiefs.
On the state.
They still keep doing it.
It depends on where you are.
I mean,
are you in SEC state? You can text in 314-881-TMA5. Suckboy Tony is 100% a butthurt soccer guy who circle jerks with other guys in warehouses. That's from Carlos Spicer, who is Hall of Famer.
No, we don't king shame.
Well, maybe Soulard Suckboy wrote that tune, and now he's upset that we're trashing it.
Screw the singing. Why even bother leaving your low-rent apartment and doing anything except, well, maybe inviting yourself over to your friend's apartment to watch porn while she's at work and or pleasuring yourself to the sounds of your upstairs neighbors. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
Oh, sure.
Well, I went to 2 concerts in the last 4 nights. And what'd you do, Tommy, besides critique gloves?
You're kind of a man about town.
Look at these latex.
You're really kind of hitting the town hard, aren't you?
Well, now I'll take some time off till next Thursday. But
back out to the music scene.
Eric Johnson next Thursday at the pageant.
Nice.
The defenseman?
Yeah. Yeah, he's turned into a musician after he quit hockey.
I've heard he's good. Yeah.
Good morning. Suckboy's opinion is trash. That's Manchild 79.
Well, I think a lot of people are don't want. If they're soccer fans, they're not going to say it sucks. But deep down, they're saying that song is awful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think soccer guy likes
I will write one this afternoon, and I'll have a song tomorrow.
Oh, here we go.
I'll have a song tomorrow. I'll get the blues.
Well, it needs to be a rhythm.
I don't have a snare drum, so I'm
people
not
need to be familiar with the rhythm. You can't make up the song. That's why when the Saints go marching in, everybody knows how the music goes, so it's easier to put, words to it.
Well, how about if you just chant? You don't sing.
Well, like what? What are you talking about?
Well, come up with some words, just chant it. Those other English teams, they weren't singing, they were chanting something. I don't know what they were saying. It's like, It's like watching Peaky Blinders without the subtitles.
Yeah, but the English teams also sing, like Liverpool does You'll Never Walk Alone, Man City does Blue Moon, like they also sing.
Well, those ones we heard weren't singing, were chants.
And they've probably been doing it for 100 years, too, so everybody knows it.
Right.
Yeah, so you've been here 2 games. You don't get to sing yet.
We get to sing, we just don't want to sing that.
Wait till you're here 4 or 5 years and you've built up a little equity, then you can start singing.
I don't know that that's true.
You don't know what you're doing. You're making fools of yourself, acting like you're big soccer time, and you don't sing.
Big soccer time.
You're down on
name in the segment.
Boy?
Well, I didn't get my kid yet. If I'd have gotten my kid, I would have probably liked that song. But I didn't.
You may not get one.
Guys,
now.
the Pips are right. The rest of the world must be wrong about how to enjoy sporting events and support a team. That's from the 314. The song sucks, but Iggy is really rattled about this, like really rattled. That's from the bastard James Hahn.
Yeah.
What sporting events hand out like hymnals and before the game? Like
soccer.
Yeah, I get it, but that's not fun.
Okay, but that's what the whole world does it.
For that particular sport, I'm talking like entertainment sports, like basketball and football. There's not these chants. You want to know why?
What?
They're professional athletes.
Oh.
Soccer's pretty popular.
Oh, it is.
In Alabama, they sing, what, Dixieland Delight between the third and fourth
That's
quarter?
right. Is that before the fourth quarter?
It's pretty cool, though, the whole stadium singing it.
The Blues sing Country Roads. They sing Tom Petty in Florida. It's not an uncommon thing.
But it's not during the game.
Yes, it is.
For the entire 90 minutes, they have a chant for once one ends, they start another one. They're singing throughout the whole game.
I thought Country Road went just during a break.
It is, yeah.
Well, the puck drops and they're still singing it.
They kill the music and the fans keep singing.
Right.
Tim, do they sing when you go to Jameson's soccer game? Do they have chants going on there?
Good morning. St. Louis soccer guy knows the chanting is normally done elsewhere, so he's going to panic and try to invent chants that only the 7 soccer guys in St. Louis know, and it's going to be embarrassing tomorrow night. That's from Johnny Johnson down in Springfield.
Well, I suspect the fan base will be so pumped up for this first game that it won't much matter if there's a lot of chanting or not. People will be excited to be there.
It's going to be a pony.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of music. I don't know what kind of music they play in the stadium. You know how the Blues keep the music pumping all night long. I don't know if they do that in soccer or not. I kind of doubt it.
Will you be able to hear Zanaboni's call if they're chanting and singing?
Now we're upset with
Gosh, now we're down on the announcer.
Doug, this is apparently a dark day in St. Louis as this franchise gets ready for its first home game.
It really is.
That song is just awful.
Yeah, the song's not good.
Jackson, I saw a gentleman by the name of Eric Callison, who, if I'm not mistaken, Iggy, I think he shot video of our match last year in the first round of what is now known as the Michelob Ultra J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. I think he did. And he tagged me and Jackson in a post in which we were being held accountable for something with regards to Dan Caesar's article on the MLS being only available on the MLS Season Pass. You don't have to have Apple TV, but it's more expensive if you don't have Apple TV. But I didn't understand the context of it, and I didn't understand why we, as in me and you, Jackson, were being held accountable. Do you have more you can elaborate on?
I can read the comment.
Doug, would you like Jackson to read the comment to give you an idea?
Sure. So this was on the St. Louis City SC fan page, I guess, and then the article.
Anybody on the dais a member of the St. Louis City SC fan page?
Well, not me.
Not yet.
No, I'm not. But
yeah, that sounds like they've spotted a hurricane out in the Atlantic.
There's a pube to be sold.
Yeah, I'll get in there for the weekend.
Get in there, Plowsy.
So this was so they posted the Dan Caesar article on that page, and this was a comment. I won't read the person's name, but I heard that this morning on 101 ESPN, Tim McKernan, misspelled, is a buffoon, and his partner in dysfunction, quote, no action Jackson, only cares about basketball. Both of them are a joke for the hour they are on. and this is the last sentence, and I don't understand what it means. But both of them were in on the held no foot.
What?
Yeah, right.
Doug, can you interpret?
This was written by a head injury victim. Held no foot?
Hell no. Hell no. Like hell no, foot. And then hell no was capitalized for whatever reason.
I don't have any idea what that means. We
no.
need to take computers away from some people. It's fine to criticize us. I mean, that goes with the territory. But if you can't write out a sentence in English, maybe put the keyboard down.
Yeah. So yeah, Tim's a buffoon.
I couldn't engage in the conversation because I didn't know what the conversation was about.
Right. I don't know what the last sentence means. Like for the life of me.
But I don't know what we said yesterday on Balloon Party that was. I've been very. It's not necessarily consistent just because it's easy to convey my opinion, which is I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night, and I enjoyed last Saturday. And I don't know how somehow we have been castigated as anti-soccer on and I don't know how. But I mean, like I said, some people hear some things and some people don't hear other things.
Well.
But I didn't know what the gentleman's point was. So I couldn't engage in what Eric posted because I didn't know what he meant. And I thought maybe you would have an idea of what he meant.
I wish. I have no idea what the last sentence like. I mean, I get like them like saying we're a joke for the hour we're on. Like heard that before, but the last sentence, like I don't know, the whole time we were saying how excited we were for the game, and that this MLS, the way the MLS does it, is probably the way of the future. So I don't know what.
So soccer fans are unhappy with Dan Caesar's article about the fact that you got to pay for the season pass. Is that?
I guess.
Is that one of the themes of it?
I'm not on the page, so all I saw is that one
screenshot
comment.
That St. Louis media needs to get behind the team and not write things that are negative. But that's not the way that the world works. Number one, that kind of sounds like Missouri fan, complaining when somebody's critical of Missouri football. I think the responsibility is to be honest with the audience. And Dan Caesar's article, I didn't see anything that was not accurate. But I also like the Apple TV option. I realize some people do not like the Apple TV option.
Some people like some options, and some people don't like other options.
Oh, yes. Options.
I tried to get my T-Mobile app going yesterday.
I'm going to do that today.
I got halfway through it and got distracted and didn't get finished up. So I guess you got to do it on your TV, not just your phone, but on your TV if you want to watch it on TV.
I've had some amazing listeners reach out via Twitter and my DMs on Facebook to tell me basically how to do it. So I appreciate that.
There's a weed eater right behind Tim.
Yep. We got a live weed eater.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he's doing good work.
He's doing wonderful work.
Right.
Why don't we pot me down while Doug tells us about Ryan Kelly, and then following that, Jackson tells us about Muggsy.
Well, what Ryan Kelly wants to do is help you with your financial situation, and the most important thing, the first thing you ought to be doing is try to get rid of that credit card debt if you've got it. The average credit card rate right now among the credit card companies, over 19%. You do not need to be paying anybody 19% interest. 35% of households are taking on new credit to cover their basic expenses. A lot more people still paying off their holiday bills. If you are a homeowner, you don't have to live like this, and you shouldn't. Do you have equity in your home? With a simple cash-out refi, you can pull out that equity, and the home loan expert will give you your cash at closing. Take that cash, pay out those insanely high credit card interest rates, and roll it into your mortgage. Start fresh on the path to financial freedom today at thehomeloanexpert.com. Ryan Kelly and his staff are right there waiting to help you out through the process. That's thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
Let me tell you about my pant, Doug. I want to give you a breakdown of this pant.
All right.
They got the world-famous jeans over at Muggsy. Muggsy, great company. They're revolutionizing the pant game, the bottom game. And the world-famous jeans, incredible. I mean, they stretch, they move and groove with you. They keep your balls nice and comfortable. Oh. They don't ride up on you. They fit great, and, of course, they look outstanding. But it's not just jeans. It's joggers, shorts, swimwear.
Chinos,
jackets.
Clam diggers.
They got it all, Doug.
Okay.
They got it all over at Mugsy.com. And you don't have to compromise style for comfort. You can have both.
Do they have spats?
I couldn't tell you what a spat is.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you what they do have. Some of the best damn pants in the game. Both comfortable and stylish. And if you want to get yourself a pair of some of these incredible pants, you head to Mugsy.com, peruse their website. I'm telling you, it's incredible. You'll pick out 3 or 4 items you like. You throw them in your cart. Then you enter the promo code TMA, and that gets you 10% off your entire order with free shipping and free returns. I'll say it again. The promo code is TMA when you head to Mugsy.com, and that gets you 10% off your entire order.
Do they have chaps?
I don't believe they have chaps.
Okay.
That's coming soon.
Right.
So, free your balls once and for all and experience life-changing comfort with Mugsy.
Probably got to keep my mic down, assuming it is still down. I don't know if it is.
That's okay. It's not. It's just a little bit in the background. It's not
it's
drowning
not.
you out.
So keep my mic down, and you guys can carry it until we got a weed eater situation.
Gotcha.
We mitigated. Pot him down. Doug.
Pot him down. Cut his mic.
I got him potted. I didn't want to pot him down while he was talking. You know, I don't want to be that rude.
Well, maybe if we are going to complain about this chant, we do need to come up with words of our own.
Agree. But you know what's great about this team is they're winning. And it's going to be a sellout tomorrow night. So there are plenty of positives.
Are they 1-0?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're...
That's a winning trend.
They're undefeated.
Well, we should say they won. Winning would be more than 1, I think.
But I think the chant got to go.
Oh,
or
I agree
it
with you there.
changed. But I'm not down on, like, I love that the team is here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's force-feeding this stuff a little bit too early in our soccer career here for the MLS. I think the chants need to organically come as it, as the season progresses, kind of see who the players are, maybe incorporate them in it. I think this is trying too hard, and it's forced, and I don't like it.
We have no sound story today, right?
No.
How long are you going to be here?
I got to automate, so 11:30 or so.
I smell a pepperoncini coming up.
Oh,
No, when the show's over, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write new lyrics to this song. So if Plowsy wants to go back in the production room, bring up the St. Louis Blues song, just the music, not the vocals, and I will sing the song behind that, and I'll come up with my own lyrics for this.
Now they need to be simple but catchy.
Yes, I know.
Is it from the Saints Go Marching In?
Yeah. Okay. Just bring up that music, and I'll come up with something.
All right, I'll put it on socials.
That's quite a community gesture on your part.
That is.
Be better than this.
You're really putting yourself out there.
Well, I said I could come up with something better than this, and I will.
Okay.
So I'm not down on the club. I just, don't know any of the players yet. It's just very new.
Did you watch the first game?
I watched highlights. I didn't have Apple TV. I didn't know T-Mobile offered what they did offer at the time.
And just like being objective here, it's going to be tough to know the players if you don't watch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even when they released the roster, you kind of dive in. I don't know soccer enough to where they come from, like the third La Liga. I don't know anything about.
They don't have anybody from those leagues.
I know they got a
Roman
17-year-old.
Berkey. He's from Borussia Dortmund, one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Dortmund is good.
He left there to play here.
Bundesliga,
baby.
He left there to play here.
Correct.
It's the first.
I mean, he's old. He's in the later stages of his career, but he did leave a major club.
He wasn't playing though, I'm guessing.
Well, let's not poo-poo his move here.
Well, I mean,
he played for a long time.
Yeah, but he wasn't when he left. He was backup. Correct?
I'm not positive on that, but I know he left Dortmund.
All right, and this is no shot at Zamboni.
But it's gonna be.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure he knew the
Nice,
players because when he talked about, they were doing the pregame, talking about some of the people who are scratching. Dan, why don't you talk about the guys who are scratched tonight? And the players are, well, Lahike Shakaniniwa and Jaka Humanhabana are scratched. I mean, there's no way he knew those players. That's why he said, Dan, who's scratched tonight?
So difficult names to pronounce. Is that the point?
Yeah,
like Tim Parker.
And probably didn't know who they were. Yeah, well, I mean, if they're more Tim Parkers, it'd be fine. You got
There's
time.
a lot of guys
you got time to sneak in your Lubriderm bottles on a Christmas tree. Crap.
Oh gosh, you're coming after him
But when
again.
you have those kind of names, you got to pronounce. It's kind of hard to get in your shtick.
Okay. I'm just encouraged in the big picture that so many people are going to be down there watching the soccer, and the Battlehawks are looking for more than 32,000 people, that at a time when our downtown area has never had a worse, more dangerous image, people seem to be comfortable going down to two places where they don't usually go, the Dome area and now the West downtown area. So
well lit down there?
Yes.
I think it is.
It's right by Union Station there. You can pot Tim back up.
Gotcha.
That'll.
I think we're clear of the weed eater situation.
I'm just happy that people haven't given up on downtown completely, because it feels like we're at the flashpoint where it could happen.
Well, I'm sure there'll be more police presence down there with that many people down there. It's more lit, so people feel safer.
Oh, it's gonna get lit.
So I think it's
good news. The Shrewsbury Seminary student wants to talk about the topic.
Okay.
And is on right now. You can join in 636-9004 TMA. Good morning, Shrewsbury Seminary student.
Hello, Shrewsy. Shrewsy.
Hey, sorry. You guys there?
Yes. Did we catch you unaware?
Sorry, I was finishing up an email. How are you guys doing?
We're okay. Did you finish the email?
Did I hear that there was a commenter mad that Jackson talks about the NBA?
Well, that's been
That's
brought up.
not necessarily news.
That's been brought up, yeah.
Jackson, who are you feeling in the East right now, buddy?
Boston or Milwaukee.
Oh, here we go.
I'm not sure Milwaukee to me right now. I don't want to hear about that.
They're rock solid. They got the best player in the world.
Who's going to win MVP, though? You think Giannis, Embiid, or Jokic? Who you got?
Jokic or Embiid. Maybe Giannis.
Yeah.
great one so far.
Doug, who do you got for MVP?
Oh, I'll say Luka.
Jackson, did you see the Clippers are 0-4 right now?
Okay, that's enough, Fruzy. Get back to school.
They gave Russ about 25 feet to shoot yesterday.
All right, there's Shrews. He's gone. What we did?
Damn, he just wanted to talk some hoop rock and.
But it's time for him to talk, and he doesn't have time. He's finishing up an email. Finish the email, then call us. All this NBA chatter. I don't know about this Shrewy.
All right.
Okay. Boy, he took us right off the soccer topic.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know that we'll recover.
The phone lines usually are so bountiful and rewarding.
When?
Yeah, it's tough to find those times.
What a gloomy day. It's gonna be like this all day.
Yeah, it's gonna rain all day and cool.
What about tomorrow? How's it looking tomorrow for the game?
I think nice. It's nice.
Warming up. I'm just hoping this doesn't fall below 32 today, or they may have a few flurries, but I'm not.
This says tomorrow high of 60.
Yeah, I said it's warming up.
Yeah, that's considerably warm.
Well, it's warmer, isn't it?
Well, it's a lot warmer. 60 and sunny tomorrow.
I said clearing and warming up.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that too. Except I'm not getting mad about it.
Well, I get mad when I say something, and then you repeat what I say, but then say I'm wrong.
Well, I didn't say you're wrong.
Oh, it's 60. That's a lot warmer.
It's Ned Reynolds.
Well,
I heard
warmer
Ned Reynolds
is warmer.
again.
I heard him too. I did hear him.
Well, I'm sure it won't be 60 at game
Your
time.
design facilities is wonderful. If you have visibility to your company or place of business, commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire@edf-rg.com, and they will have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com. The official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. EDF Fire Division can now handle testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. Email them at fire@edf-rg.com. Doug Shrimply Pibbles is on the phone lines and wants to talk about everything.
Okay, we got time. Hello, Pibbles.
Hey, boys, happy Friday.
Well, happy Friday right back at you.
Happy Friday to you and to yours, Shrimply Pibbles.
Gentlemen, I'm here to provide a positive, bountiful phone call.
Okay, love to hear it.
Okay, so this will be a short story, Doug, so please provide patience.
Well, how long?
Call it 5 minutes. How about that?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right. You can cut in. This is positive. This is a positive about the sponsors, okay? So, consider it a live read. So, on February 3rd, Shrimply Pibbles and his wife welcomed a tiny shrimp into the world. She came for our parents on the dais. She came 2.5 months early. So she spent the last month in the NICU. So cart in front of the horse, she's healthy, she's doing all well, all is good with the little Pibble. But here's where the story gets interesting.
Okay.
So we were in the hospital for a week. You know, Mom had to be discharged, all that good stuff. When we get home, our furnace had crapped itself while we were out. So we came home to a balmy 51-degree home. That was on a Sunday, and you know what? I wasn't stressed, guys, because I was like, you know, hon, no big deal. I'll just call Design Air in the morning. I bet this will be fine. 8 a.m., I give them a call. They're over within an hour and a half. Help me through absolutely everything. Like, you guys know how important it is. Like, in the service industry, have people you can trust and take at their word. Our tech is like, I mean, whatever he was telling me, I absolutely trusted. He's like, hey, man, you probably need a new furnace, but here's a couple things you can do to, like, kick that can down the road as you get out of this kind of crazy time of your life. So, number one, huge ups to Design Air. Like, the best. If you don't use them, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Number two, 2 weeks later, we're still in the NICU. We spend 14 hours in there one day with our little girl. We come out at 8:30 to find that our catalytic converter had been stolen off our car in the hospital garage. Pretty gnarly, right?
Yeah.
So, again, no big deal because I just called James Carlton the next morning. James Carlton, we just kind of chit-chat for like 10 minutes. He's asking about my little girl. Like, you know, feels like a buddy. He is heartbroken when I share the story. He offers to drive out the check to me at the hospital himself. And then after all that, I sent exactly one email. He handled absolutely everything else. And then not even 10 minutes later, I get to my personal email a $50 gift card to Uber Eats from James Carlton saying, hey, you know, next couple meals are on us. So isn't that pretty impressive?
Yeah, it is. That's great.
So all this is to say, as ridiculous as it may sound, in the craziest month of my entire life, somehow this stupid show had a tangible impact positively on the Shrimply Pibbles family.
Wow, powerful, Doug. What a testimonial for Design Air Heating and Cooling and the great Seth Goldcamp and his staff at designairservice.com. Shrimply Pibbles is a sassified customer.
He sure is. I'm sure people think we exaggerate how good some of these sponsors are, but it really is no exaggeration. These people are fantastic.
Like James Carlton.
We're not going to vouch for an individual if the individual is someone we don't necessarily like or respect. So, Doug, what we become is a conduit between the audience and the individuals at the business, so you feel like you're a friend of Ryan Kelly, you're a friend of Jamie Burkhardt, you're a friend of Mark Hanna, of James Carlton, Dillian Harper, all of these people associated with the show.
That's why I also have a call with Mark Hanna on Monday to update him on all this stuff. So,
great.
This is what it's all about.
How's your portfolio, bro?
Oh, you should see, bro. Like, we're talking 10 figgy jiggy is what they call me outside of the corridor.
Wow, Doug.
What is your net worth?
Wealth here.
What is your net worth, fella?
Well, I haven't checked the bond market this morning, but I'll need to double check when we get a chance. Doug, do you have that up?
I don't. No, I don't at the moment.
Oh, well, if you want to pull it up, I can just hang out on hold.
Okay. Let's see what the bonds are doing. Well, the Dow was up 341 yesterday. It's not open today yet, so I don't really have that bond market for you.
Oh,
I couldn't be sorrier.
Oh, I can just hang out through the break if you want. I can just stick around for an hour or so if you need.
I don't know. But it was a nice couple of stories there. Iggy's acting like he's asleep now because
I was about to say, I'm watching on
appreciate
YouTube,
it,
and it looks like Iggy has put his head down like you do at Ski Wolf.
No, I enjoyed the sponsors, and thanks for supporting them. But when you got the bond talk, I just kind of...
That was enough to get you crestfallen.
Well, I don't have enough money to buy bonds, so I'm just...
You've been really pouty lately for a usually pouty man.
What was I pouty about?
Literally every topic so far in this first 7 o'clock hour, I'd say.
Well, we talked about a chant that just totally sucked. That was most of the show, so yeah, I've been pouting about it. I mean, pouting. I was just saying the song is terrible.
Yeah.
I think we all agreed on that, so
But
I guess we're all pouting today.
You'll fix it.
You pumped for that Eric Johnson show?
I am. I haven't seen him in probably 5 years, so I get to sit there and listen to. I can sit there and listen to him play guitar all night.
Beautiful. All right, boys, that's all. Bleach me. Love you.
All right.
That's Shrimply
See ya.
Pibbles calling in with testimonials for both James Carlton and Seth Goldcamp, James Carlton, 314-961-4800. Or go online at carltoninsurance.net and Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. And you click there, and you click on Book Now, and the next thing you know, you're working with them, and you're working with them quick, fast, and a hurry. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, sponsor of our email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. So far in the month of March, Kevin Miller is tied for first with Hey Barry, tied for the month of March email today standings. And then we have our Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month. Can a listener from Missouri win right now? There is an Eastern Bloc of sorts, as Beer Cats and Natty Nate have won the first two Milagro Tequila Listeners of the Month. You can go apply by going to TMASTL.com. It's the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila. We have the TMA app contest where you can win tickets to see Kevin James, and that's on the Irregardless Tour, Wednesday, September 27th. At Stiefel Theater. Tickets on sale today, starting at 10 a.m. Also, from the TMA STL app, win tickets to see Guns N' Roses on Saturday, September 9th at Busch Stadium. Tickets are on sale now. And via the TMA app, win tickets to Evolution Festival, August 26th and 27th in Forest Park. Live music from the Black Keys, Brandy Carlisle, Ice Cube, and more. All of this can be done if you have downloaded and registered on the TMA STL app. Plus, you can get your dogs merch at tmastlshop.com, and people are buying up their dogs merch. So you can get your hooded sweatshirts, your t-shirts, all at tmastlshop.com as you get ready for the doggies tomorrow night. How do you do?
Any new chant should probably include stolen catalytic converters. Because that seems to be a big thing in town.
A lot of syllables there, bro.
Yeah. Be hard to rhyme it, but needs
Caddy
to be in
convert.
Someone stole yours, Plowsy?
Yeah, on Christmas Day.
Right from your home?
Oh yeah, right outside my apartment.
Got out of the car and sawed it off there? They just...
Yeah, just nyong nyong. Or we took
gone.
2 seconds.
How did you know it wasn't there? Your car make a loud noise?
Yeah, have you ever turned on a vehicle with no catalytic converter?
Well, with no muffler, but I don't know.
It basically sounds
Same
like...
thing?
Yeah, it's like 80 lions roaring simultaneously is what it sounds like.
Nice.
What kind of a way is that to celebrate Christmas? Most people are opening presents. This person is stealing converters.
Literally Christmas
Sounds like
Day.
a news intro.
Christmas Day.
You gonna open presents today? Nope. We're gonna go steal some catalytic converters. Merry Christmas.
There's a lot of
There was nothing sweet about this conference.
That's
There's
all
nothing
wonderful.
merry about this Christmas.
Nice.
Plowboy, how do you respond to being held accountable this morning on the TMA fan page? Thanks. That's from the 636. What do we have going
I have
on?
no idea.
Is there something?
I'm sure
Is there
it's
something
fun.
new?
I just looked at it.
I mean, we're all kind of held accountable on the TMA fan page, are we not?
Yeah.
What's new?
I don't know.
Okay. The plow hater and his hater rants become such a dominant part of the show. And then there's a sad emoji. Is that what we're talking about? I don't know.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I commented and said it's fun to poke fun at a terrible chant.
Well, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed.
Me and Soccer Guy aren't going to be on a level, like we're not going to be on the up and up.
You
so I
play any
understand.
soccer
This
as a
was a
kid?
war that Alan Dadeville saw coming. It was
Oh,
a
this-
Nostradamus-like prediction from Alan Dadeville.
Yeah, the listeners are going to hate it, but I'm just going to give my real opinions on not the soccer itself, the antics.
The fans who think they're the show instead of the game.
Yeah, you step on a guy's foot, and he basically needs it amputated that minute.
Yeah.
And then he's fine after they pull the yellow card. And they,
So it is a soccer in some way that you don't.
in some way, yeah, but I think it's more or less the fans trying to force a chant and force all this quote-unquote tradition that these, EPL teams have had for 100 years. Those chants didn't get started with those squads day one.
Probably not.
And so to put a ravioli chant with a song that already exists in the background is so hackneyed, so forced, and I expected, since we're soccer purist, that we would have a little bit more, I don't know.
Class, a little more class.
I don't know about class,
But
Creativity.
keep in mind, it is a section of 22,500 people. I don't know if it's necessarily, a large percentage. I don't know
Very
because we
true.
haven't seen it yet happen. But I don't know. I think it's like there are fan group factions. We have a texter saying and this person's just 314, guys, that D-bag attacks Plowsy daily. I don't know if that is the case.
I'm not calling him a D-bag or anything. I mean, again, like I knew this was going to happen. But also, I'm glad that St. Louis City is here. I'm glad they have pink uniforms. I think it's very progressive. I like the atmosphere will be nice. And I'm fine with chanting and cheering. Be as loud as you want. But I like organic cheering and not, okay, guys, we just scored. Everybody ready for chant 3? Let's go. It's choir. It's I don't know. It just doesn't.
Would you
it
like
takes
it if
away from the game to me because you're more focused on the lyrics you're about to sing than what actually has happened or happening on the field. I don't know.
This is as bad as the last time it happened when it was sack.
Yeah, Ram Rules was bad. It was bad then.
That was 2011, if I'm not mistaken, Doug. I think it was. They opened up against the Eagles on September 11th, 2011. Is that correct? Steven Jackson broke free. Then he got hurt on the very same play.
Well, nobody paid attention to that. Nobody paid attention to the Rams rules.
That is true.
Was that the lockout year, 2011? I feel like it was.
I don't know the years.
Because I don't know.
Where did they release
Kevin's brother Jack Demoff says real talk. Doug, do you like when somebody starts off something with real talk?
Yeah, I don't mind it, I guess.
Okay, real talk. The soccer talk this week's been really off-putting. But hey, that atmosphere, though. I don't.
Not much of a text. Not much of a text.
I don't know if I could be more excited and I'm not supportive because I feel an obligation to. I just happen to be excited and supportive of the team. So I don't understand. But maybe it's directed towards the Plowhawk and Iggy specifically, but I don't feel like the show, and certainly not Balloon Party, if that one thing was directed at me and Jackson, but I mean, it was one guy posting, but I don't know. I don't understand. Kevin, maybe can Kevin's brother Jack Demoff call in to elaborate? Would that be acceptable, or is that not acceptable? Stripley Pibbles got through.
No, I think it'd be okay if he did.
Well, the text is off-putting.
6369004. I just don't understand. I want to understand. It's not that I just want to have a better understanding.
Yeah, if you think that we don't want this team to succeed or we're not happy for this team to be here because we're upset with, we are known for raviolis. I mean, you don't think that sucks?
Yeah, like you can separate, the atmosphere, the infrastructure downtown, having a team, all that revenue coming in the city. There's positives. You can separate that from, that's one of the worst chants I've ever heard in my life, and I hope that is changed before Saturday, because it's embarrassing for the entire city. Mm-hmm. It's embarrassing for the team as well. That doesn't mean I don't like the team. I hope they succeed. I hope they go undefeated, win the cup, Doug, sell out every night. People are, banging it out 2 at a time at Maggie O'Brien's. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what, this city deserves. But don't give me a chant before the game and tell me, hey, this is what's up. We're going to talk about ravioli. It's like, no, I just want to be there and watch the game. So I think it takes away from a lot.
Look, I don't know if there's a bigger fan in St. Louis of Carolyn Kindle than me. And the Taylor family, what they're doing and bringing this here. And, so I wish them nothing but the best, and I'm happy that they did it. So to say that we're just off-putting this whole week talking about soccer, I think all we talked about is chants and uniforms.
Yeah. We have a Roman Berkey chant who 90% of the people don't know fully. And we have a toasted ravioli chant. We haven't even played a home game. We played one total game.
How do people not know Roman Berkey's the captain of the team?
Well, I said 90% because a lot of people are casual soccer fans, again, that, haven't really gone up and down the roster and, looked at these guys as, what they've done in their former careers.
Maybe that's some people, but I wouldn't say 90%. If you're watching the game, I'm sure people know who he is.
I would say there's probably more people in St. Louis that are like me that haven't really.
Right.
So maybe not 90%, but I think over half of the St. Louis has no idea who Roman Berkey is, and the kind of you're centering a chant around a guy that nobody knows. I think
is it possible we're overblowing the importance that this chant is going to be?
Yes. No, it's not important at all. It's not important at all to us, but to some of those fans, it's like, we've got to be like Liverpool. We got to sing. Look at those English people over there. They sing everything. We're singing. And come up with something like that?
Could that be like 10 fans?
But am I not mistaken that almost all MLS franchises have this going on in their buildings?
Correct.
Yeah, they're all stealing it from the good teams over across the pond.
Well, you're saying our team isn't good? We're undefeated, bro.
No, it's just do your own thing. Start something different.
no.
You have to copy everything.
Well, this is a soccer tradition.
How about just standing up and
Doug,
clapping
if you look
one
out in the parking lot, even though I know there's a chill in the air, you can see a kid on a trike. The kid is little Tommy Tribbins.
I see him out there.
Yeah, it says, Lunchable boy dumps all over St. Louis every chance he gets, and then when there's finally something shiny and new to get excited about, he throws a bitch fit over a quick chant about fried appetizers. Take a lap, stoner! That's from little Tommy Tribbins.
Oh.
I like those texts. That's funny. That's a funny text.
Well, good news. We have the phone lines lit up right now. What do we have? We have Ray King, and we have Fat Soccer Guy, Jackson?
Yeah. Pick your
Doug,
poison.
Who would you like to hear from?
I guess Fat Soccer Guy.
It's going to piss Ray King off, I'll tell you that much.
Hello, Chub Chub.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hey, no, this is Too Fat to Kayak.
Oh.
I might have said it too. I'm one of the YouTube.
Well, how fat are you? How fat?
You know what? You always ask that.
Yeah.
Every time my comments get read, Doug.
Well, how
we don't
fat?
have to go into it.
Let's get an answer.
We don't, here's the thing. I'm working on it, and so we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So how you boys doing?
We're fine. You?
Excellent. Hey, I got my big bucket of bleach right next to me.
Okay.
I'll make this brief. I think that we all need to focus on what a beautiful, wonderful day this is here in St. Louis. We got a new professional sports team starting. Yes, I'm soccer guy, but I'm not the stereotypical soccer guy. And I want Plowsy especially to know that not everybody is like a monolith, okay? I know that there are going to be people sitting behind me. I got season tickets. They're going to be in front, side, wherever, and they're going to make comments like Francesca says, can you use both feet to kick the ball? I know that's going to come. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody or getting angry. We just want to have a good time. And as far as like the music, the songs and the chanting go, there is some history for that here. And what I'd say is there's a supporters group that have followed around that. I had tickets at the old second division team played down in Busch Stadium till 2020, and they were there in every game. So, Plowsy, this isn't like something brand new that nobody has any. The people that are going to be singing it have been doing it for years and years. If anything, they could probably freshen up some of their chants.
You know all those people that chant before are going to be at the game?
Oh, they absolutely will be.
But know they do? You know where they're sitting, their names, they're all going to be there?
I don't know them because I never hung out with them, but my section at the old Busch State or at the soccer park, at soccer park was it was next to them. I'll recognize the same faces. I don't want to stand up and chant and sing all the time, but that was their thing, and they're going to be behind. They're in the north stand behind. They're going to be in the all standing section. They're going to be there in droves, and they're going to be doing their thing. And if other people want to join in, great, But that's it. That's it.
We didn't say we hated the chanting. I think me and Plowsy said the song sucks.
Yeah, I want them to chant, but I think there needs to be a better one, an organic one that comes like halfway through the season and not force feeding a toasted ravioli.
That is an admittedly corny one, absolutely. So if they're going to do their thing, I think everybody should just do their thing and enjoy it.
I like Too Fat to Kayak. I like that he's kind of painted a picture a little bit more. So I'm appreciative of it.
All right, boys.
All right, thank you, Fatso. Okay.
Thank you, Doug. That was Too Fat to Kayak on, and now it's Ray King who has thoughts.
Okay.
Can I ask, did a soccer team ever play Busch Stadium?
Yes, St. Louis Stars did.
The kayak. Have another
in 2020?
Hold on a second. Ray King is already on, and he is not happy.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I was asking
Ray.
a question to Doug.
The St. Louis Stars played here, but that was back in the 70s. He said Busch. Shut up for a minute, Ray!
Oh, my God.
He said
played at Busch, but that was back in the 70s. He misspoke. He said Busch. He meant to say the soccer park.
Oh, okay, because he said they stopped playing in 2020. I said,
he corrected it, I think.
Can I talk yet?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, we were talking.
Gosh, Budinsky.
Listen, I played soccer my whole life. I went to college, played soccer, and I am so pumped for this soccer team. I got season tickets. but soccer guy absolutely sucks.
Oh.
The ravioli chant is so corny. It needs to just be gone.
Yeah.
So I'm Team Cheeto and Team Plowsy right here with those 2 points. And another point is appliance discounters, just keep on the sponsor train here. They knocked it out of the park for me, right? I need to get a new hood before tomorrow for my range because I'm getting a backsplash put in this weekend.
Oh, wow.
#blessed. And they just knocked it out of the park. They were very accommodating, and I get to go pick it up today after they called all their locations for me. So
fabulous.
Good for them, right?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
they're great people.
Enjoy your backsplash.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah, I'm super
Rockefeller.
pumped. But anyway, it was my birthday yesterday, Doug. What'd you get me?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, why don't you spread those butt cheeks instead of my face?
Okay, pot him down.
Oh,
Cut his
no,
mic.
what happened?
Pot him down.
What happened?
I dumped it before somebody knew what he was going to say.
You know, we'd all like a new backsplash. Do we come on the radio and brag about that we're getting it? New range hood.
I don't have one.
What is a backsplash?
It's behind your sink and countertops.
Yeah, it's a tile. that you put back.
HGTV, we watch House Hunters every afternoon. We call it Eating Lunch when she worked from home. And that is a big thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Where the granite or quartz, depending on your style, Doug,
silestone.
doesn't match that backsplash. Yeesh.
Good luck selling that house.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I got a painted concrete wall.
Well, that's not too fancy.
Mazel tov.
No, it's not. It's not even well painted. There's bubbles all over it.
Oh, I'm a Subway tile whore, man.
Are you?
Oh, my God.
You're a whore for Subway tile?
Yeah, I drool over that.
Can you put it up yourself, or do you have to have someone
I think
come
I
do
could do it. I've seen so many DIYs of caulking it, and you got to make sure, like you get the caulk and the lines even. And I think I could make a good attempt.
Well, go for it then. But not if you're renting. That's not your thing.
Not quite worth it.
No.
Buying all the material, just have them tore down when I move out.
Right. I didn't think we'd get into backsplash chatter, but here we are.
But can we end the soccer talk on saying we're all excited and want the team to succeed? Like, that's the bottom line. I hope I don't
Is
hear
Kevin's
a
brother
lot of-
Jack Demoff called in to expound on what is off-putting?
No.
He's not. Doug, why is it when we want people to call in to expound, they don't call in?
I don't know.
Now, to be fair, I did answer a call. I've been changing my greeting. It's, hey, this is the morning after, home of the dogs. And
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
and so I said that to somebody with I guess a 618 number, and all I heard was a ugh, and then it hung up.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
It was like an exasperated groan, and then they just hung up. I was like, I don't know what happened there, but so maybe that was Kevin's brother Jack Demoff. I can't be sure, but it certainly was exasperated.
It was so off-putting that you answered the dogs that they just hung up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the case, but
I get the sense the team wants to be known as the Hellcats.
That's what I feel like too.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Yeah, with this new restaurant or
I thought that
concession
was just named
stand
the
area.
restaurant.
It is, but it was named after Jack Taylor, I guess. You know, the original
Right.
Taylor who made all the money.
But I didn't know that they. I get that. I didn't know that they wanted it to be the name of the team.
They haven't come out and said that, but I get the feeling that maybe that's kind of what they were leaning towards. That wouldn't be horrible, I guess.
I'm sure the restaurant would love it.
The restaurant logo is kind of badass. I don't know if that's the same-ish logo as what it's kind of referring to with him in the Army, Navy. I forgot what the semblance in the storyline was for that.
yeah. I mean, this is all a court of public opinion, though. Like, if more people called them the dogs, then they're the dogs.
Right.
Like, they're never going to be an official name. I'll tell you, Hellcats is a whole heck of a lot better than Ravioli Boys.
1,000,000% with that.
Jackson, I got this email yesterday because I still was feeling like it might be a bluff on this Ravioli Boys thing, and I got to pull up the email that a listener sent me yesterday. Doug, here we go. His name was Blake. Hi, Tim. I'm podcasting like the Dickens, so this may have already been cleared up, but wanted to give you the context of the nickname Ravioli Boys. Before the team name was announced, they solicited potential names from the fans, which included names like Trash Pandas and Ravioli Boys as a joke. The team then made fake logos for all of these things prior to announcing the real club name. The April Fool shirt was real, but was essentially an inside joke. The whole thing is a bit. Doesn't matter, but wanted to make sure you didn't fold your hand because you called it correctly. As always, Doug, that's from Blake. What a great email from Blake. It's
I
wonderful.
love that email.
I hear exactly what he's talking about, but I also can't lie and when I read the Reddit thread and a bunch of upvotes about Ravioli Boys. So like, I think both can be true. Because like again, nothing is ever going to be like.
Well, the organization either sent it out on April 1st as a joke or not, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now, I suppose people can like it, but if the organization sent it out as a joke, then the organization isn't necessarily trying to have that be the name, whereas they may be trying to have Hellcats be the name.
Right, but I also don't think that they'll ever say one way or the other what the supporter nickname is. If they do, then that I guess would be the end of it. But I don't think they ever really will. So that's why I was saying, like, I don't think either I was wrong or anyone saying that Ravioli Boys was fake was wrong. I think.
Shut up, Ravioli Head.
Oh. Bingo. Hello.
What a classic.
Yeah, so I hear what he's saying. I think, you know, I can concede a little bit, but I read the Reddit thread, so.
Doug, have you read the Reddit thread?
No.
God, Reddit, you can get down a black hole on
Big
Reddit,
time.
man.
Big time. It is pretty cool, but it gets gnarly.
Hey, Plowsy, if you're thinking about caulking tile, you might want to hire someone who knows what grout is. That's from Larry Thornton. What does that mean? I'm a Larry Thornton lemming, too.
You know what grout is, don't you?
Yeah, the gray sticky material in between each, right? In between
the tile.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be gray. It comes in other colors, usually white, off-white. Could be
Hello.
gray.
If any of you have any tidy and inspirational stories about not washing the chicken and dumplings pot while living in squalor in Georgetown, now would be the time to share. Thanks. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
What did that revert to? Did I miss
What do these
something?
things mean that are sent?
Iggy lived in Georgetown Apartments. for a
Georgetown
while.
Apartments is hardly squalor.
Right there on the Cleat Station Road.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice
complex.
apartment complex.
Yeah,
I
Charlie
had-
Marlowe lived there for a while.
Yeah. That's where I took. That's where I took Cindy.
Cindy who?
Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou who?
I had a great time in Georgetown. Yeah. Cindy was the girl I was dating. It was her roommate, and she just got a new Mitsubishi Starion.
Flex.
Wow.
Came up to Nantucket Cove and said, "You want to go for a road trip?" I
Are you
said,
trying to make the rest of us sound poor?
"I said you do know that I'm dating your roommate." She goes, "I know." I said, "Okay."
Bizarre.
Took a road trip and started dating her.
Really?
Yeah.
All this started at the Georgetown Apartments there.
That was a hopping place.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where my cat. I used to own a cat.
Used to own a cat.
I used to have a cat.
So it sounds like it's like.
But it was, it was me, my brother, some friends, and a couple girls within the complex. We were watching. We rented WrestleMania. We paid for the pay-per-view. We were watching it. Anybody seen Felix? Original name for a cat.
Yeah.
I said, I haven't seen her in a while. I said, where the hell is she? I'm looking around the house. She's nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, I hear like little me on the couch. She had like 10 babies.
Oh, God.
I didn't even know she was pregnant. Yeah, that's about it.
So
we had
what'd you do with them?
I believe it or not, I kind of kept them in my apartment for like 8 weeks. There was 12 cats just running around the apartment.
God.
It was so bad.
So what did you ultimately do with them?
I gave them away. I kept one.
Just under the couch.
I kept the nice gray and white one I loved. I called that Olivia after my old girlfriend. And I gave the rest away. Yeah, that's a good story about Georgetown.
You found 10 different people to give these cats away to?
I just asked a bunch of people. I said, get the word out. I got some kittens if anybody's interested. And a lot of people wanted them.
Isn't it?
There's my Georgetown story.
It was a nice one.
It wasn't squalor. It was a lot of good-looking ladies that lived there, and I enjoyed myself.
It was kind of singles haven there, wasn't it, for a while? Maybe it still is. I don't know.
I haven't been there in a while. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you could still live there now. Why don't you switch up apartments and move over to Georgetown?
My lease isn't up till October. I don't think about it.
Okay.
Unless they chop these trees down. If they don't chop the trees down,
You're out. That's it.
Yeah, I'm putting up with this too long. Back to you, Steve.
Okay. I don't think they're chopping the trees down.
Nobody cares, you decayed dumpling.
Oh.
That's from the 6-1.
Well, a guy just brought it up and I answered him, so somebody cared enough.
Morning, chaps. Sky News is currently running a story on the most passionate footy firms in St. Louis, and they're playing audio of Plowsy A. Smith and Iggy Bayless crapping on the legacy and time-honored tradition of St. Louis slobbering over fried appetizers and being pissed on by train hoppers. Thanks. That's from Speaking of Food. Can I ask a question? Yesterday, I threw a stick of butter away. Thoughts?
Man,
wasteful.
That's actually really fun.
And then stepped on it.
Well, that made me throw it away.
Butterfeet.
Oh, I do love that story.
Well, it's up there for everybody
Tim,
to see if you want to watch
what's
it.
the over-under on the amount of lies in that Georgetown apartment story? That's from Stan the caddy, unhappy that Iggy chose an 8 instead of a 7 on 18 at Bell Reef.
0. They were all correct.
Yeah, I'll go 0.5 and take the under.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
And that 8 iron.
Stan the caddy, the action's back on you. Call in, Stan the caddy, 636-9004. TMA.
That's the one where I said I think I said I've only had anal 3 times and one was by accident. Yeah.
This is connected to the cat story?
No, it's connected to the girl who I went on the road trip with in Astoria. That was the accidental. Yeah, we came back from a wedding drunk and just kind of. I don't think that's it.
Oh.
Bam! Gerbil! Tim, the Georgetown apartments are the Brentwood Forest for Hoosiers. Just up from the farm, they drive Kias instead of the Brentwood Forest BMWs. That's from the Austin Oligarch.
That's not true.
He gave it to me for 9 innings.
9 o'clock. Yes.
Well,
we haven't even.
You had a good time in those apartments, so good times. Good times.
All right, we will wrap up our 7 o'clock hour now that it's 8:28. The appliance discounter's 8 o'clock hour is coming your way in a matter of moments. We are broadcasting from the Michelob Ultra Studios. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship, coming your way on April 30th at Gateway National, and also the Dotem coming your way in the month of May. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling. Email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Iggy, I don't know if you can tell, or is he already gone? He's gone, probably.
Oh, he's putting on
there
the
he is.
coat. Putting on the overcoat.
Can you see behind me with the trees, for those of you watching on YouTube, the hawk is starting to kick up.
Oh.
The hawk is kicking up.
Yeah, there's some movement on the trees.
Yeah. I might see if I can go indoors, because I have a feeling it's going to get brutal here with the Hawk situation. So it's going to impact scoring this afternoon at Bay Hill, I think.
Well, it may. It wouldn't impact your scoring if you were playing, though.
Yeah, I hit the ball so low.
Mm-hmm.
Flight season.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we will come back with the appliance discounter's 8 o'clock hour. This is the Ryan Kelly morning after from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
TMA wants to send you to Evolution Festival, a new elevated music festival experience coming to Forest Park August 26th and 27th, featuring the Black Keys and the Black Crows, plus Brandy Carlisle and Harper and the Innocent Criminals, Brittany Howard, Ice Cube, Morgan Wade, and more. This is our town. This is our time. This is our evolution. Tickets for this elevated bourbon and barbecue experience over 2 days in Forest Park are on sale now, but you can win your way in on the TMA app. If you don't have it, find out how to get it at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah. Pepper and Genie.
And now the Pepper and Genie Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepper and Genie.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Want to see Guns N' Roses? Yep, Guns N' Roses, the most dynamic, dangerous, and definitive American rock band in history to this day. Coming to Busch Stadium Saturday, September 9th. Tickets are on sale now. And if you want to go for free, you've got to get the TMA app and create an account. Or log in if you already have it. Guns N' Roses. Find out more at TMASTL.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Ryan Kelly. And Ryan, you have a program that may be of interest to some of our listeners, and that's with reverse mortgages.
definitely a few of the listeners, if not a lot of their parents for sure, will definitely love a reverse mortgage. And this isn't a new product. It's been around for quite some time, but right now it is very popular. If you are 62 years old or older, you may qualify for a reverse mortgage. And I'll give you kind of an idea of what that looks like. Let's say that you owe $200,000 on the home, and maybe they're appraising for $400,000. So you have this $200,000 of equity, but you don't want a monthly payment. You can't afford it. That's why you are where you are, battling to pay the prescription costs, the credit cards, help out the family, get everybody together for the holidays. Well, with that reverse mortgage, you can take that equity out and you don't have to pay it back. You don't have any monthly payments. You have nothing until you sell the home. So it's a great way for our folks that are 62 or older to tap into the equity and not have any payments until they sell the house. Learn more about reverse mortgages today by visiting thehomeloanexpert.com.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you or fake you or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
Kevin James live, the Irregardless Tour.
I was in Atlanta at the airport waiting for my bag, and this woman asked to take a picture, and I was like, sure, no problem. And she takes out her iPhone, and she just holds it on me. She just holds it on me right there, and I'm just standing there. She's video recording me from a foot away. Like I'm a panda at the zoo.
September 27th, Stiefel Theater. Tickets on sale Friday, March 3rd at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com. The star of The King of Queens, Paul Blart Mall Cop, and Grown Ups, Kevin James live.
TMA knows how our Walrus audience loves their meats. That's why we have teamed up with a local company that delivers high-quality, great-tasting meats straight to your door. Brush Creek Valley Farms is a direct-to-consumer family farm that raises, processes, and delivers pork and beef nationwide at cost-friendly prices. Go to brushcreekvalley.com to choose between their various box options. Build your own box or buy in bulk to have a great-tasting local beef and pork at all times. Brush Creek Valley Farms is offering 10% off any box by using the promo code TMA10 or 5% off any bulk order when you use TMA5. On top of that, if you subscribe to their monthly service, you'll receive an additional 10% off each order you make. Again, that's TMA10 for any box order, TMA5 for bulk orders, and an automatic 10% off when you subscribe. Go to brushcreekvalley.com to learn more about how you can get their meats in your mouth and support a local family farm. That's brushcreekvalley.com, high-quality meats for a lowbrow audience.
Hey, you want to see Kevin James September 27th at Stiefel Theater? Just go to the TMA app or get it and sign in if you don't have it. And you can win tickets to Kevin James, the Irregardless Tour, September 27th at Stiefel Theater.
By the way, quick announcement to the lactose intolerant community. If I offer you ice cream and you can't have any, just say no thank you. I don't need to know the havoc dairy products are going to wreak on your bowels.
Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Come back. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
I see a cutie, freaky little thing with her treasure booty. Yeah, fine dime, honey, so I think she kinda snooty. I don't really care, I just wanna see her nudie. Catching floors, hit a pillage and plunder. And for that booty, then I'm going down under. Got my long sword, not to kill, but to pleasure.
Well, it's wonderful. You're exactly right. It's the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. TheApplianceDiscounters.com. If you're in the market for an appliance, look no further than Appliance Discounters and their 80,000 square foot warehouse and other major brands ready for delivery, along with all those GE appliances. Shop online at theappliancediscounters.com, where pricing has been adjusted to beat the competition. The Blues have made a trade, Doug, not necessarily a sell, The Nonling. You remember the Nonling?
Sure I do.
He ran a
yeah.
wonderful sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And he just texted me, and he is very excited about this trade, relatively speaking. I mean, it's not like it's going to be, but they have traded away a 7th-round pick for a player from the Red Wings who he is high on. I am looking it up
Jacob
here.
Vrana.
Thank you, Jacob Vrana.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I know hockey won't be a major part of today's show, but this Vrana trade could turn out to be a steal. Huge talent, speed, skill, size combo, had some personal issues, went into the Players Assistance Program now with a negligible cap hit and signed next year. He said minimal risk, incredible positive reward. So there you go. That's the Nonling texting in about that. I don't know if the Blues will do anything else between now and the deadline, but the Blues have made that deal with Wingy Wingy.
The Blues had to give up Dylan McLaughlin and the 7th-round pick in 2025. I don't know how many 7th-round picks we can afford to give up in 2025. The future doesn't look very. This is a win-now move, clearly.
Nice.
Yeah, and this Vrana, if he can stay healthy, yeah, he can play. He can skate this way. He can skate that way. He can skate on either foot. He'll get back on defense sometimes. I like him on the forecheck, the back check, along the half boards. He's okay. So I think this is a move that if it pans out, it'll look good for the Blues.
Nice break.
Real nice. Mm-hmm. You can text in or call in, for that matter, on your thoughts. 6369004 TMA. Text in to our engineer design facilities. Text in box 314-881-TMA5. We are in the Michelob Ultra Studios, and I am at PGA National in Jupiter, Florida. And Doug, I will be watching the Doggies tomorrow night.
Yeah.
On television, but I put up a Gallup poll. Do you see the Gallup poll I posted?
I believe I did, yeah. On who would you spend money on to watch the whole season for?
Yeah, I put one on the Twitter tweets, and I put one on the TMA fan page. On the Twitter tweets, let's see, as of right now, it has been 2,361 votes on one poll, and then 1,914 votes on another Gallup poll. This is the MLS Gallup poll. Has anybody seen the results before I go over-unders?
No.
Okay. Have you purchased, or will you purchase, or T-Mobile, as you will get it free, the MLS season pass to be able to watch St. Louis City SC this year? Doug, what number do you think said yes? What number do you think said no? Have you purchased or will you purchase the MLS season pass to be able to watch St. Louis City SC this year?
And how many votes?
1,914. I'm looking for percentages. You don't have to give numbers.
Oh, okay. I'll say, have you purchased it? I'll say it's probably a pretty low number. 10%.
Plowhawk, what do you think?
35%.
Wow. Plowhawk basically shipped it.
Really?
36.3% said yes.
Really?
63.6% said no. Now, I think on the TMA fan page, I got to go check that out. But when I looked at it before starting the show this morning, I think the number was almost exactly 50%. I could be off the mark on that.
Now, this is
on
sorry, Tim.
Twitter, it was 36%, and on the TMA fan page, I am looking to get the number. But I believe it was about 50%. What were you about to say, Plowhawk?
I was curious. So with the package, you get all MLB games. Am I correct?
MLS.
MLS. Okay. MLS games. Okay. I thought the poll you had up on, I think the fan page was discussing multiple or other sports with that.
Yeah, I had 3 different Gallup polls on the fan page, and I'm going to get to the results of the other 2 momentarily. I can't find the MLS one. I've seen the MLS. Oh, here we go. Have you purchased or will you purchase, including have you gotten it free from T-Mobile, the MLS season pass to watch STL City this year? 389 votes on the fan page, so about, it's a smaller sample size than the fan page. How about this? 196 say yes, 193 say no. So on Twitter, it was about 64% no, and on the TMA fan page, it's about 50% no. So a substantial gap there. I don't know how to explain it, but there is that result. Does it surprise you guys?
Yeah, that number's pretty high. I expect the people that wanted to answer the poll were gung-ho about the team and said, yes, 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 I'll do it. And maybe the people that won't do it just kind of moved on by. Maybe that's a big number to say, sure, I'll shell out that money to watch it.
Right.
Encouraging, but it's a big number.
And then I went to another Gallup poll, and this one got more votes, 2,361 votes on Twitter. If MLB goes to a television model in which viewers will pay to watch games, as an example, we'll say approximately $150 per season for your home team, would you pay that $150 to watch your team's games? Doug, what do you think the percentage was that said yes?
25%.
Plow.
Man, Doug, I'm going to say that. I'll go 20%.
Iggy, I see you are back in the Michelob Ultra Studios. What number would you like to fire a bullet at?
I think people are kind of down on this and say they don't care about baseball enough to actually pay for it. I'm going to say 28%.
28%. Jackson, have you seen the results?
I have not. I'll say 34%.
All right, Jackson's going high. The answer was 50% said they would. And that number is about consistent on the TMA fan page as well. It received around just shy of 600 votes. It looks like 550 votes. 271 no, 278 yes on the TMA fan page. So that number is way higher than you guys had anticipated.
Yeah.
Still not, I'm sure baseball isn't thrilled to see that. It's only 50%, but higher. Doug, what do you think about that?
I think everybody's got more money than we do. This show caters to the six-figure jiggas and the Central Corridor cats. And so money means nothing to them. They'll throw it out there to watch anything, I guess. I wonder if it would work where you could just kind of pay a la carte, just pay per game.
I'd be really surprised if they did that.
I would be surprised. I would prefer that if it cost me $5 a game to watch.
I suppose I wouldn't mind that. I'm sure you'd get greater value if you purchased the season long way, which I think you have that choice with MLS, if I'm not mistaken, if you pay it all up front.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, at some point, like I know I've said this a couple of times here over the last month, but as I was scrolling through YouTube TV last night when we were going to bed, and I'm scrolling through, I'm like, why do I even have YouTube TV at this point? That's just a waste. And I enjoy the interface, but everything that I want to watch is going to be on an app at this point. And I don't know. I mean, perhaps somebody can answer why they still have it, because I feel like that actually is kind of becoming trending towards going obsolete. Maybe I'm missing something. Any of you guys have an answer on?
Do you get the local stations? Do you get the with YouTube TV? You get the local stations?
I guess so. I mean, I never watch them.
Well, a lot of people still watch the local stations for news and weather and that stuff.
I think you'd acknowledge that's older. I mean, that's not necessarily younger.
Well, you watch them, Tim, don't you? I mean, you watch NFL and college football. That's on YouTube, right?
Right, but I can get that on apps. That's what I'm asking. Like, what if I were to cancel YouTube TV or cable or satellite, whatever? In my case, it's YouTube TV. What would I be missing out on? Or would anybody be? This is
local news banter.
Cable, satellite.
Some of the funniest things you'll ever hear are the crosstalks between the local news anchors.
I watched a double overtime thriller against Illinois and Michigan last night.
But that would have also been on the ESPN app.
But that would have been on the ESPN app.
Yeah, but how many apps would you have to download if you got rid of YouTube TV if you wanted to watch college football on ABC, on Fox, on CBS, NBC for football? You have to download all those apps?
If I'm not mistaken, you get the NFL package, you get ESPN, and then that would come with it all. That's why I'm asking the question. I get what you're saying. The answer to that is you would get it with your ESPN app or your NFL app. Unless I'm mistaken. Jackson, is anything
I'm all apps. Like, I'm completely apps, and
So you're not YouTube TV or Spectrum or
no,
DirecTV?
Everything I can watch everything on apps. And it is, to be fair, it is like a lot of different apps. And I've said this before, if you're going to switch apps, you got to commit to the switch because it's not necessarily the fastest thing. It's not like flipping channels. But there's not a sporting event I miss because I don't have YouTube TV or Spectrum or anything like that.
What about the crosstalk?
I miss out on the crosstalk, but I don't think I'm alone in saying anyone my age probably has never turned on the local news.
Really? You never have?
My parents have, and I've watched it with my parents. But me personally, I have never. It's like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna turn on the news. That's never once happened.
How much you pay for all those apps to watch these games compared to what you would pay for YouTube TV?
I pay like, what is it, $13 a month for League Pass, $8 a month for ESPN Plus. Paramount Plus is like $9 to watch Champions League and stuff like that.
How do you keep up with what's going on in St. Louis?
Fan page.
You just don't care. Well, I'm assuming you never read a newspaper.
I read The Athletic and I read like The Ringer, but no, I don't necessarily.
Not a newspaper.
No, I Post-Dispatch for like sports, but no, I don't necessarily like read like the Metro section.
And you never watch the local news to have any idea what's going on in the city.
Well, you can still
find out how much money I'm making.
I watch local
right.
news every day.
Yeah, I have media views notifications on, but I mean, I can still like kind of know, but like I don't. Knowledge is power, and I agree, Doug. But like, I don't like
knowledge is power. Listen to that.
I just don't think like I'm missing out that much.
Yeah, but even when I was your age, I was still curious about what was going on in the city where I lived.
And as am I. But do I need to like watch the local news every day to know what's going on?
If you want clever crosstalk, you do.
Right. Trust me. Like I am upset that I am missing out on the crosstalk banter and Stormwatch. And kickers at the end of news, but it's something I'm willing to have to save hundreds of dollars of.
Don't you miss when you have two weather people? The weather guy just got doing weather, and so it's gonna get down in the 20s, and you have the anchor go, I guess winter's not over yet, is it, Steve?
See, that's nice. That's nice.
Doug, if you went back, I know you're going back full time, but like when you do finally make that full time return, then I would consider it. Otherwise, I just want eye candy, and that you're the only one I know.
Okay.
You get enough, pretty much, depending on what you follow on social media. They have your algorithms, and you're getting it in emails. I can't tell you how many emails I get telling me about breaking news on KMOV or KSD and all of that. I didn't read. For some reason, my emails were down yesterday. And I guess it really sucked because I just brought them up. They finally came up. And I got one from the apartment complex yesterday. They said, if you're in building 15, boil your water.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I didn't see it till today. So.
Did you drink any of the water?
I don't remember.
Oh, no.
We get
Why is there a boil order?
I don't think it was that big of a deal. They said they were fixing a pipe. So water is working. Just boil your water, and then on March 3rd, you don't have to boil it anymore. So.
In that situation, don't you think they owe it to you to come door to door and tell you, maybe put a sign
put something
on your door?
Just not an email. But I got an email, and I don't know if I drank water yesterday, but it wasn't boiled. I know that.
Oh, no. Well, how you feeling?
Fine. I don't think it was just a precautionary.
You got Montezuma's revenge?
No, and if, to be honest with you, it said the water's working, and my water never went off, so I'm not even sure my building was involved. Anyway, it's just you get a lot of stuff on your email that you can follow news on.
Also, I should clarify this when I talk about me using apps, and people can crap on me. I don't care. Like if you were in my situation.
You're catching some. Didn't you use your parents' login?
Yes. I use my parents.
Is this what you're addressing now?
Yes. I use my parents' Spectrum for like ESPN. But outside of that, like I pay for League Pass, which I mostly watch. But like ESPN's for college basketball and college football and stuff like that. Yeah, I use my parents. But again, people can crap all over me for it, whatever.
Don't you get it on ESPN Plus?
No, like Mizzou plays every night on the ESPN app. Just ESPN, you need a login for that. And same with the Cardinals. So like for that, yes, I use my parents. But like if I can use my parents' login, why would I pay $150 a month of my own money?
Doug, this guy's a thief, isn't he?
It really is.
It's not though. Like you can use the login for multiple devices. It's kind of like what they did it for. So like people can crap all over me, but this is just like how most of people my age.
Apologize to the Balloon Party listeners today at 10:01.
No, they can kick rocks.
Can you download Apple and then use somebody's password to watch the soccer?
I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
You wouldn't steal these games, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I doubt if I'll watch many of them. But
Oh.
it's just I'm not a huge soccer fan. I hope they do well. I hope they go undefeated and win the cup. And we have a parade down Market, and everybody's singing Ravioli Head. But I'm not going to pay for it, and I may turn it on just to hear Zamboni.
Zanaboni. He's radio, so you won't need anything for that.
That's what I said. I can just turn it on.
Is Baltimore really only a mile and a half from oceanic access?
Good question.
I mean, it's on the water.
Can you hook a hijack for you every once in a while?
Baltimore.
I was just looking at Twitter, and if that makes sense, I've never been to Baltimore.
It's on the water.
Baltimore's on water?
Most major cities are on some body of water.
Where do you think they get those Maryland crabs?
Just a stunning moment.
Sorry, I didn't know where Baltimore was in comparison to oceanic access.
I was there for...
Doug, that harbor's as famous as the day is long. You're Mount Rushmore of American harbors.
Oh.
Pearl?
Boston Harbor.
Oh, that's got to be number one.
Pearl Harbor.
Harbor Town?
Harbor Town, South Carolina, yeah. And I guess Baltimore Harbor.
What about Harbor Day?
That's Arbor Day.
I'm kidding, yeah. I know, Doug.
I went to Baltimore for my, when they wanted me to be a union rep, they wanted me to be, God, what's it called?
Ottawell Simmons sent you up there?
He did, actually.
Fly you private all the way up from...
Yeah. They wanted me to be a union organizer. I went up to Baltimore for 3 days. And
how did it go?
I lost out to a girl.
Oh, you lost the election?
Yeah, they voted. One of us out of the 15 that were there was going to be selected to be the organizer.
Then you ran for top dog.
Well, everybody ran you. They only picked one, and she beat me out.
Well, why didn't they pick you?
I lost in a debate to her. She had better points than I did.
Is there any video of that debate?
I wish there was.
Was this the pissing isn't squirting isn't pee or
I wish there
whatever?
was.
Fight me.
I wish there was, because I killed it.
You did. I'm sure you did.
Well, they were very excited about
You
it.
killed it so well that they voted for the other person.
Well, she was good. They liked my resume about what I did when I was in Bermuda as a shop steward, some of the things I got done. But she killed me I killed it, but she really went overboard on the debate.
What were you arguing about?
Jackson, you're missing nothing on your television login. If Jimmy Swaggart were born today, he'd be a local weatherman. The weather industrial complex is real, and it has consumed local news. Thank you. That's from Arbor Day.
I'm going to name the segment the Weather Industrial Complex.
Yeah, just download a weather app. Just download a weather app, and that's
Big
all you're
weather.
missing.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm missing in that department necessarily. Crosstalk, I know.
If there is a big weather event in St. Louis, where would you go to get updated?
I
Call me.
I look outside. I don't know. Take cover.
Call Iggy. Iggy will take care of it.
Well, it'd be on the Twitter tweets, right?
Yeah. And you know what? My father is a loyal news watcher, and he turns it on so he would shoot me a text saying, "Hey, we got some bad weather. Just keep your head on a swivel."
Oh.
Shout out, Pop.
Okay.
I don't remember last time I turned, other than for sports, I turned on a local channel. I have not watched news in a year and a half.
Doug, you'll be happy. Turn on Channel 4 every day. I watch the 5 and the 6, or what is it?
Oh, they have that.
Did you really, Plog?
They have
Oh,
4,
hell yeah,
5,
I did.
and 6.
Every day.
Has anybody started doing 4 o'clock news yet?
I do the Jeopardy and obviously the Wheel of Fortune after that.
Do you watch
That's when I
network
wrap it
news
up.
at all to hear what's going on
Hell
national,
no, dude.
international
Network
scene?
news is an absolute cesspool, man. Whatever you like, you can't find a down the middle, non-crazy anchor on any of the outlets.
That's
and
true.
I'm not picking either side. I'm just saying I can't do that.
So do you have any idea what's going on in the Ukraine or China or anything?
I mean, you have Twitter for that. That's kind of how I.
Well, that's kind of a cesspool, also.
It is.
Right, but if it links to a story like a news article, then
Yeah,
it's
much
kinda your
rather
source.
read an article than hear talking heads give their opinions on it in terms of national. But I like local stories, local feel. I like watching local news. A lot of murders, but in terms of like drama or
Well, a lot
pushing
of the
one
printed articles are biased as well.
Sure.
Yeah, you
sure.
can pick and choose.
But
and
like
find out.
my thing with like local TV, like why would I watch something outside of sports that I need to be on time to watch when I can stream everything on my own leisure? You know, like I'm not like if an episode of Seinfeld is on TBS, I could go into the middle of it and have to deal with commercials, or watch it on Netflix whenever I want.
What's sad is that probably the biggest news that happened in the last few weeks, I didn't even know about until I got a Cameo request. And I pull up the Cameo request, and it says, if you'd like to donate a portion of your money to the Turkey Earthquake Relief Fund. I didn't even know there was an earthquake.
You didn't even know that happened?
No.
There's like almost 50,000 people died.
I know, I feel bad. It was sad, but I'm not checking news, and I didn't see anything come up on what I was watching on my Facebook page or anything.
But you don't like to be uninformed, do you?
No, I figure I can get most of the things that I want to see. Either I get emails for it or
Well, you
it's on
missed that, a
Facebook or
major
Twitter.
world event.
Yeah, I did miss that because I wasn't watching news or paying attention. So I feel bad that I missed something like that. But, I just don't pay attention.
Okay.
All right, there it is. Send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today comes your way in less than an hour at about 9:45. Jackson and I will deal with a live situation down the hallway on Balloon Party at 101 ESPN from 10 to 11. And this weekend, while you are watching the Dogs or you're watching the Fighting Tigers take on Ole Miss as they try to get the double bye in the SEC tournament, perhaps, Doug, perhaps you would enjoy some Andrea's new barbecue sauce.
Oh, sure.
My goodness, what Max has cooked up with that barbecue sauce is absolutely ridiculous. It's available at andreas.com. It's also available at Schnucks, and it should be available at Deerberg's here any day now. It is incredible. It's one of the best barbecue sauces I've ever had, and I'm not just saying that. I was stunned by how good it is. It's Andrea's, and of course you have Andrea's Steakhouse and Andrea's Steak Sauce. A wonderful sponsor of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. That is Andrea's. Jackson, tell the people about Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
Let me tell you something about this Mark Hanna, this Hansy. He is the great communicator. I mean, Doug said it for years now, but
That's not what I've been saying.
I concur. I echo Doug's sentiment because he is one of a kind. Because there's a lot of people out there who can give you a nice strategy, who can kind of custom make a plan to you. That's what Mark does. He doesn't just learn about, your age and your salary and say, this plan worked for some people. You try it out. He learns about what your goals are, where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, who you are as a person, and then he custom makes a plan for you. No, what sets Mark apart is the way he communicates his message to you. And I think that's so valuable in a financial advisor. Someone who can calm you down when you're nervous and give you a lot of wise answers and do it in such a calm and great manner. Like, I always get off the phone with Mark Hanna feeling better than when I got on the phone, and to me, that's worth its weight in gold. So if you don't have anybody, run, don't walk, and use the great Mark Hanna.
You're supposed to run there.
314-889-0503 is all you got to do. That's how you can run. Or you can just go to evergreenstl.com, and you can check it out and have a great conversation with the great communicator. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. You want your dogs merch? Go to tmastlshop.com. Got the sweatshirts, the hoodies, the T-shirts. It's all there for you as the Dogs open up the home portion of the schedule tomorrow night against Charlotte. tmastlshop.com. Mother's Day, a couple months away. You go shopping right now for Mom at mysoundstory.com. And you can have a sound story in the Hubbard Studios like Doug and Rizzuto had one yesterday, or like I have on Tuesday via Zoom. It's up to you. Get the gift certificate. mysoundstory.com. Pick from the Hubbard personalities available at mysoundstory.com. All right, I am going to relocate for the 9 o'clock hour, Doug, into a ristorante. I'm going to go into this ristorante here because of the hawk, and I don't want it to be too windy. And you never know what a weed eater session could break out as well, so I'm going to go inside. Can you hear the hawk on the show?
A little bit. It sounds almost like it's raining.
No, because of the palm tree noises.
I guess. That's not bad. It's not bad. You're fine if you want to stay there.
I'll go on in there here during the break. So we will come back with the 9 o'clock hour, which will also include the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. And Jackson has this audio of a basketball call in which a buzzer beater didn't win the game, but unfortunately the announcer went nuts thinking that it won the game. Doug, I don't know if you were watching the Northern Arizona Weber State game.
Yeah, of course I was.
I'm locked in. Welcome to March, baby.
Yeah, I watch all of Weber State's games.
You'll see
Same
that.
time.
And Stephen A. Smith upset hockey fans yesterday with his exchange with Michael Kay on First Take. We'll have that for you as well. It's all coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After, closing out the appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Kevin James Live, the Irregardless Tour.
I was in Atlanta at the airport waiting for my bag, and this woman asked to take a picture, and I was like, sure, no problem. And she takes out her iPhone, and she just holds it on me. She just holds it on me right there, and I'm just standing there. She's video recording me from a foot away. Like I'm a panda at the zoo.
September 27th, Stiefel Theater. Tickets on sale Friday, March 3rd at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. The star of The King of Queens, Paul Blart Mall Cop, and Grown Ups, Kevin James Live.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan of TMA, and we are thrilled to have another new sponsor on board the show. A couple of guys I have gotten to know. Longo Biggs, Injury Law, Doug Biggs, and C.D. Longo here with me. And C.D., one of the things that I want our audience to know is this. When people get injured in an accident, they don't necessarily know what to do, and that's where you guys come into play.
Yeah. Tim, it can be a very confusing process. If you get hurt in a car accident or injured some other way, people do not know what to do. They don't even know how to start a claim. We're going to take the hassle out of your hands and make the entire process very easy. Injury cases are potentially worth a lot of money. We're going to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. We're very excited to be part of the TMA family. We're hoping to have a lot of fun with this. If you or a loved one do get injured, please remember us at Longo Biggs Injury Law. You can visit our website at longobiggs.com, and that is Biggs with 2 G's.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
TMA wants to send you to Evolution Festival, a new elevated music festival experience coming to Forest Park August 26th and 27th, featuring the Black Keys and the Black Crows, plus Brandy Carlisle and Harper and the Innocent Criminals, Brittany Howard, Ice Cube, Morgan Wade, and more. This is our town. This is our time. This is our evolution. Tickets for this elevated bourbon and barbecue experience over 2 days in Forest Park are on sale now, but you can win your way in on the TMA app. If you don't have it, find out how to get it at tmastl.com. Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to tmastl.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you or fake you or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro and the morning after on KPNT HD2. Want to see Guns N' Roses? Yep, Guns N' Roses, the most dynamic, dangerous, and definitive American rock band in history to this day. Stadium Saturday, September 9th. Tickets are on sale now. And if you want to go for free, you've got to get the TMA app and create an account. Or log in if you already have it. Guns N' Roses. Find out more at tmastl.com.
In need of a new appliance? With an 80,000 square foot warehouse full of GE appliances ready for delivery, Appliance Discounters has a wide variety of appliances with drastically low prices on installs at any of the 5 locations. Get the lowest prices of the year, now with interest-free financing offers. Shop GE and other major brands online at ApplianceDiscounters.com, where the pricing has been adjusted to beat all competitor prices every day. Appliance Discounters, your hometown appliance source. Online at ApplianceDiscounters.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
105.7 HD2, the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Yes? Nurse? You boys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Ox is off for the music.
Oh, Ox is off. Doug said Ox
yeah.
off thing. I can throw
Don't want a
anybody
YouTube
off.
violation.
I've relocated. Can you tell?
Yeah, sounds better.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
No hawk?
No wind. Yeah, sounds better.
What's the beat that's playing?
What restaurant are you
We
at?
just played Loverboy.
Oh, nice. It is the new restaurant here at PGA National, the Steakhouse.
Oh,
Doug, I'm in the cocktail lounge right now.
Can I see water from where you're at, or what? Oh, behind you.
sounds
Oh,
nice.
never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, looks like a speakeasy.
that is a great place.
There's
That
some
hotel.
people in here, and they're going to wonder what the hell's going on. Maybe I should close the doors.
I don't know.
Oh, or maybe they'll close the doors when I...
Say you're doing a live golf podcast.
It is the 9 o'clock hour here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and we welcome you to participate in the fun and games by texting in 314-881-TMA5, by emailing in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com, and, of course, by calling in 636-9004-TMA. Doug, you did see Weber State play in Northern Arizona last night, but many did not.
Oh.
Here is the call of the game.
Hit the lever, Plowsy.
Dude, it's on the wrong Adobe. Okay, here we go.
All right, fix the
Throws it
Adobe.
up court. Here's the shot. Lloyd for the win. Bang! I can't believe it. The Lumberjacks have tied the game. Not for the win, for the tie.
I thought it was a win for the Jacks too.
No.
What a...
Okay. So he thought it was over, but instead it was just a tie.
Please tell me they ended up losing in overtime.
Northern Arizona won, I think. So I think they ended up winning.
And he frankly couldn't believe the shot went in. How far away was it?
It was just a 3.
Oh. It sounded like it was like a three-quarter court or
Yeah,
something.
like a three-quarter court, like Arizona State against Arizona.
Yeah.
Plowhawk, what about ILL?
Dude, I watched every minute from the second half all the way on, and felt like we lost it there. 7-point lead with a minute and a half. They tied it. We were getting housed by 6 late first OT. Tied it. That was an exciting game. I mean, Michigan is a sneaky 7-12 ball club. They are good.
17-12.
17. Yeah, sorry about that. 17-12.
Illinois now 20-10. They're going to get in, right?
They're in now. I thought that loss there in an early Big Ten tournament exit would jeopardize them. I think Lenardi has them as a 9.
Joe Lenardi.
Currently a 9 seed. I bet that moves up to a 7 with a couple wins in the Big Ten tournament, if I had to guess.
They're the 34th ranked team in the net, so that would stand to reason.
Mizzou made Illinois look just horrible.
Horrible.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
A lot of teams. Penn State beat them by like 25 or something like that. They've lost to Penn State twice.
For the love of God, Rick, when are you going to learn to stop playing these clips? Awful again. That's from the thumb out of
This is huge. Whatever.
They don't like your clips, Jackson.
It's a bit.
That was only slightly better than the Michael B. Jordan audio.
The Michael B. Jordan was fire. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It needed
People
better.
can kiss my ass.
Hey,
That's what I
come
say.
on, Rick.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
What's the beef with that audio? It was funny. The guy, we like a nice announcer folly, and that was the perfect example of such.
Okay. Maybe we need to hear it again to appreciate it more.
No, this is gonna go.
No, we're good.
DJ Plowsy no longer.
The Michael B. Jordan thing? Or
No,
No, the basketball.
Yeah, we can play that.
Okay.
Throws it up court. Here's the shot. Lloyd for the win. Bang! I can't believe it. The Lumberjacks have tied the game. Not for the win, for the tie.
Okay, a little better the second time.
And also,
not for the win, for the tie.
Weber State ended up winning. I apologize. So.
Yeah. A little better
he
second
mushed it.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Maybe it's not
well,
your
what-
worst clip ever.
All right, well, what about this one? Let's try this and see if maybe this
Okay.
one will resonate with the audience better. This should take the ire off of Jackson. It'll probably go towards Stephen A. Smith. Here's Stephen A. Smith and Michael K. discussing the next team to win a championship in New York.
I have a good one. I think it's an interesting one. Which team in New York do you think wins a championship next?
Rangers. Oh, Lord.
Come on, Patrick Kane
They
is
don't
able.
count. They don't count. Take
They
them
don't
out.
count.
They don't count.
Only
for
thing I
Stephen
know
A.
about hockey is that the puck is black.
Okay.
And I love Gary Bettman. That's my buddy who I owe a
purposes
trip
for
to a hockey
Stephen
game.
A.
Right.
It is no disrespect to the Rangers and to Patrick Kane, of course, but just for Stephen
Football,
A.
basketball, baseball.
Yeah.
Yankees or the Mets. One of those two. Right. One of those two.
Are you telling me that you believe that the Mets might win a championship
He
sooner
said
than the
or.
Yankees?
He didn't
Of course.
stutter.
I didn't say they would, but they're a
You're
great
the
team.
voice of the New York Yankees.
I'm proud of it, too. 32 years now.
There it is.
That's the clip.
Doesn't ESPN sponsor hockey?
They show hockey.
Yeah, why would you discredit the Rangers like that? They don't count?
He's eating
Stephen A.
it.
Smith, Doug, does not count the Rangers, the Islanders, or the Devils.
Gosh, they've loaded up. The Rangers are going to be a threat.
Aren't the Knicks having a fairly decent season?
Yeah, they're on fire. I love Josh Hart and Brunson combo.
Yeah, they are good, but the Knicks are not like anywhere near the contenders that the Rangers or the Yankees or the Mets are.
Yeah, but really, Stephen A. Smith all he knows is basketball, so I figured he'd say that.
He knows football and
You do get
baseball,
paid
too.
$12 million a
he
year
thinks he does.
to poo-poo an entire sport.
Are there people that really love Stephen A. Smith? Because he gets paid a boatload of money.
I actually like Stephen A. Smith, like as a person. Like I think he's.
You liked him on the Howard Stern interview.
Howard Stern, he did a really good one with Pardon My Take. That was a really, really good one. He's like super self-aware about all this stuff, and he'll like play ball. So I like Stephen A. Smith. I don't watch First Take because I think that's like a performance thing. But like as a person, like I think Stephen A. Smith is pretty good.
And those ratings.
It's always on in the 101 studio when we're doing Balloon Party, so I can see it over you, Jackson, going on. And he is always yelling at whoever he's working with.
Right,
and
right.
It's working.
Like the First Take thing isn't my thing, but I think like I like Stephen A. Smith as a sports guy.
But I think Tim said it best. Like, the reason why they get ratings is, have you ever gotten an oil change? Have you ever gone to any maintenance at a car place? ESPN is always on and First Take is always on. You go to a doctor's office, there's First Take. That's how you get your ratings.
Waiting room.
Business waiting rooms have it all over their TV. Nobody's sitting down watching it at home. Very few. The ratings are all based upon businesses just having ESPN on the entire day.
Is it just me, or is that clip when that girl started to ask the question, somebody said, oh.
I said it because when anybody comes up, I think this is a pretty good question. Usually it's terrible.
So did somebody on the
Molly Quero is the person you're referencing.
Somebody on that show didn't do that? Somebody on that show didn't do that?
No, that was Plowhawk.
No. Okay.
Who's the next St. Louis team that will win a championship?
Battlehawks.
Dogs.
The dogs don't have the grit. Especially after they hear the
Do we even know
toast
enough
ravioli chant, they may just walk off.
Do we know enough about the MLS to even think that they have a
No,
chance?
I was trolling.
Good team or
I don't
bad
know
team?
about
But I mean,
exit,
Austin
though.
was an expansion team 2 years ago, and they were in the Western Conference Final last year.
Yeah.
So
that can happen.
God, if I had to bet, Battlehawks, Dogs, Cardinals, Blues. Is that what we're counting?
Yeah.
Doug, what do you think?
I'd say Battlehawks.
I'd say Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals have no
I think
shot.
I'd say Cardinals as well.
Cardinals, they're always in the mix.
Yeah, but look at the gauntlet that they have to go through. Yes, they're competing in their division. That's mainly what we do is, set up a team to win the...
Oh, here we go again.
No, what I'm saying is they have no chance in a series against the Mets, against the Dodgers in the NLCS. They have no chance against the Blue Jays. There's a lot of teams that have zero chance in a series.
Zero chance?
Flaherty hasn't even pitched, and he's already hurt, Doug. I think we can kind of get the landscape of what this rotation's going to be like. We're going to run out of pitchers. We're just flat going to run out of quality pitchers before we even get to that stage. I don't see it. I see an NLCS sweep if you get there because you're battling teams who are spending money.
My point was that, other than A.J. McCarron, I really don't know anybody on the Battlehawks.
Agreed, me too.
But for the most part, it's either washed-up NFL players, old NFL players, or guys in college that didn't get drafted. And every team has those, so you have pretty much a shot at beating anybody.
Yeah, you do. But I think the Cardinals have a shot to beat anybody. You don't know what the scene's going to look like in October. Who's going to be around, who's hurt, who's emerged as a big player, who's hot. You don't know. But I think you probably do know the Cardinals will probably be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Doug, I have the teams make the playoffs, of course.
No, they don't.
I can equivocally say they don't have a shot at beating the Padres. They don't have a shot at beating the Mets. They don't have a shot at beating the Braves. They don't have a shot at beating the Phillies.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 teams in the NL that are going to house the Cardinals in the playoffs. Again, I think the Cardinals will win their division, but that division's the worst in baseball, so you can't really I mean, yes, they'll make the playoffs, Doug. Yes, they will.
I'm not saying they're going to be a favorite to win it all. I'm saying come the 1st of October, chances are really good that they'll be there somewhere. And so that's why I would think that they would have the better shot.
I think I got the Battlehawks.
You're going Battlehawks on the question?
The willingness to win.
They have the willingness.
They just hired Claiborne.
This is a team that scores 3 points in the first half of, I think, both their first two games.
Yeah. They're a
And
second half ball club.
And they won them both. What does that tell you? That you can beat anybody?
It's a well-coached team.
Okay, so the consensus is the Battlehawks are the most likely next team to win a championship.
That's who I voted for. I didn't.
Well, I guess me and Tim tied with the Cardinals.
So it's up to Jackson to break the.
He said the Dogs.
No, I was trolling. I think the answer just is the Battlehawks based on there's way less teams in the league. So
they're already 2-0.
Right. Like I think that the competition is a lot less stiff.
This city will just come unglued if the Battlehawks win. The town will be up for grabs.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. They're facing the Mets in the first round.
How many people you think they're going to have at that building next weekend? What do you think? Over, under 35,000? Go.
God, that's what I was going to say. 35.
Over.
So I'll say under. I think they draw like 33.
I bet they get 40.
I wonder, Jackson, could you look up the biggest crowd in the XFL so far this season? There have been 2 weeks worth of games, and I wonder if anybody's gotten to 25,000. I'd be surprised.
Looking
but maybe,
it up.
The games I watched, it did not look like a heavy fan base was there.
I would be shocked if. All right, so the biggest reported attendance was 24,000, and that was at the Alamo Dome when the Brahmas played the Battlehawks.
You know what a Brahma is, don't you?
No.
You don't. It's a type of bull.
Isn't that's the Rock's logo, isn't it? The Brahma?
That's correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's Orlando Cepeda's nickname.
The baby bull.
There was a QB on one of the XFL teams that got relief because he gave the playbook to one of the Guardians players. Did you read that story?
No.
I was not familiar with that story, Plowhawk. What's going on?
Just came out. Let me check and see who had it on. It might have been Darren Ravel.
So you can get news without watching news.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Twitter is great for that.
Don't get the crosstalk. If you can live without crosstalk, you're a better man than me.
Let's see here. Let's see if Dan Ravel had it. I don't think it was him.
It reminds me kind of like if somebody would say something like, Cardinals won a spring training game, and somebody's gonna respond from the news desk. How are the sports? Pretty good?
Here it is.
What's it say?
Orlando Guardians cut quarterback after he leaked their playbook to opposing teams.
How did that even happen? You think they paid him for it?
Yeah, he gave it to all 8 teams at the hub that they practiced.
To everyone.
Every team.
By accident or on purpose?
On purpose.
Well, yeah, I think you'd probably release the quarterback at that point.
And you'll find out he probably bet on the other team.
That's what I think so, too.
Oh, Lord.
Well, if you're the quarterback, you can throw the game yourself. You don't need to give him the playbook. Just throw a bunch of interceptions and fumble a couple
They have
times.
scrubbed everything from XFL website and the Guardians website as well.
How many plays?
There is a story in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch regarding the television ratings. They played on a weeknight for the first time in a game that didn't end until nearly 11 p.m. and was shown on television channel viewers aren't accustomed to going to for sports. Nonetheless, the Battlehawks last weekend again were kings of the hill in television ratings for the area's major sports teams, going to 2-0 in the competition for viewers this season and extending their remarkable run. In the first version of the XFL team in 2020, the B-Hawks. Doug, I just read what's in the prompter.
B-Hawks.
I haven't heard them called the B-Hawks.
Well,
the B-Hawks
we're pressed for
were
time.
number 1 in 4 of the 5 weeks they played before the league was KO'd by the coronavirus pandemic. They were number 2 the other time. Nielsen, which tabulates viewership, reports that 3.7% of the market tuned in a week ago Thursday to see the Battlehawks beat Seattle. The fading Blues loss Saturday to Pittsburgh, shown on KDNL, was second. It had a 3.2 rating. How about that? The Battlehawks beat the Blues, 3.7, 3.2. Granted, the Blues situation is certainly different than it has been for the last few years. The Hawkers, Doug, have you heard them called the Hawkers?
No, I've not. I don't mind that either.
He's used the B-Hawks and the Hawkers in the same article?
There was Linda the B-Hole, now this is the Hawkers. The Hawkers outpaced the 2 Cardinals spring training games, another Blues contest, an Illinois college basketball outing. Mizzou and St. Louis U played weekend basketball games on networks that aren't tracked by Nielsen. But history says they wouldn't have beaten the B-Hawks rating. But the Battlehawks almost certainly would have been eclipsed by the area's Major League Soccer team, City SC, if its game had been on a conventional TV channel. But the club's scintillating 3-2 victory Saturday night in Austin was streamed only. It was on Apple TV+, as MLS now places most of its games on Apple platforms. Nielsen is not compiling ratings for these productions, and Apple is not providing viewership figures. While the Battlehawks were number 1 last weekend, that 3.7 rating was their lowest in the 7 games they have played in their 2 incarnations. The previous bottom was 4.8 for their final contest of the inaugural season. They are on FX this week on Sunday when they're in Washington to play at noon St. Louis time.
That's an impressive rating coming off a Super Bowl where we just have watched football 4 or 5 nights a week from September to February almost, and people still have an appetite to watch these football games with people they largely don't know. That's impressive. I think they'll do over 35,000.
I think so. I think
taking the over, shipping the over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got college basketball conference tournaments next week, but relatively speaking, they're not in competition with the Blues now. You know what I mean? Although, Doug, I keep saying that, and then you always point out how the crowds at the Blues games have been huge.
Oh yeah, they're still selling them out.
Even though they've disassembled the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you set the over/under at 35,000, I think I'd go over 35,000. I could not have been more wrong about the Battlehawks version 2. I just thought it was going to just, do, relatively speaking, nothing.
No, people
Thrilled
love their
to be
sports
wrong.
here. They love their sports, for sure. So it's a good
But
thing.
we were talking about how they weren't marketing like they did before. The team's not in St. Louis. They fly here. I mean, the team hasn't even been here minus that event they had. Foundry, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Armory.
Oh, it was Armory. Okay.
I don't know what the ratings will be like and the attendance once the Cardinals get going. It may change a lot at that point. But maybe not. We'll see. I just hope
Guys,
the league
I
is
can't wait
around.
for the Battlehawks to draw 50,000 fans and cause Roger Goodell to reach out to Tashara Jones about the city deserving an expansion team. You think that will happen, Doug? It's from the 636.
Yes.
Oh, there'll never be NFL here. Not at least in our lifetime.
I was kidding.
I'd rather see an LPGA event here than them.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I
You'd
don't
rather
want
see
the
LPGA than the NFL?
I don't want the NFL to touch this soil anymore, dude. And people who do, are you kidding me? They stole 2 franchises. They have Stan Kroenke owns a team. We're going to have Jeff Bezos own a team. You got Roger Goodell making $50+ million.
Mm-hmm.
It's a money grab. Your team will be here for 3 or 4 years, and they'll find another city to take it away from it. Hell no, I don't want the NFL.
I don't think that they stole the first franchise, but the second franchise, that game was rigged.
Yeah, give me the LPGA.
You'd rather have an LPGA tournament than an NFL team?
Yeah, if it could be like the Michelob Light Classic where it's here for 10 years or so. At least you know it's going to be here.
But it's here for 4 days.
You want me to do a Gallup poll?
Well, it'll be 0, but that's just my personal
I like the St. Louis fans turning to Chiefs fans, so I like that phenomenon to continue. So I don't know if I want an NFL team here.
Well, people just love football. And a lot of people, unlike maybe us, aren't ready to just completely turn their back on the NFL.
What the NFL has done to this city, I cannot believe anybody would want the NFL. I cannot believe it. The people you have to deal with, it's just mind-boggling that you're basically going to be, the NFL's bitch again.
Yeah, they just want a team to root for, though.
And you got the XFL. I'd love this city to go, nah, Goodell, shove it. That'd be great. It would be awesome.
Say we don't want a team.
Yeah, we don't need your charity.
We want golf. Speaking of the LPGA.
There's that LPGA.
We've won an LPGA event. Speaking of the NFL, you've got to be kidding me.
Speaking of the LPGA, this is pretty funny. I get these fake messages on Instagram from fake porn stars like Dillian Harper exclusive 11685.
We're changing the subject completely now.
No,
correct.
I mentioned LPGA, so I'm throwing this in there. But I get these fake ones, and they have no posts, they have no followers, and hi, I'm so glad that you're a fan of mine, and blah, blah, blah. So now there's a fake Minji Lee from the LPGA. She's probably one of the better players on the LPGA. It's a fake Minji Lee. She has no
Don't
posts.
you think she's cute?
Yeah, but I think her brother's cuter.
I beg your pardon?
Pause.
Yeah, me and Plowsy always talk about Min Wee Lee.
Is it Min-Woo Lee?
Min-Woo.
And he's on the PGA Tour?
Clip that up.
He's playing this week, and I just think he's cute. So she said,
Really? You watch the PGA and say, boy, he's cute.
Well, yeah, I said he's a
really
good-looking man. Anyway, here's the message I get from Minji.
What'd you get?
Hello, Kenny. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your sweet words all over my page, which I've never posted on our page.
No, I bet not.
I'm really grateful for your support, Minji, with a smiley face. And I put, cool. How's your brother? She responds, great. Thanks for being an amazing fan. Do you play golf? I said, I do. Is your brother playing this week? Yeah, at the PGA. It seems like you have an interest in my brother. And that's where I left it.
So it sounds like this is the real deal.
Yeah,
she acknowledged that she told you that her brother played. It wasn't just a bot.
No, I know he's playing. He's playing this week in
yeah, but a bot wouldn't have known that.
Well, if she's a Minji Lee fan, she knows he has a brother who plays on the tour, but you don't answer, yeah, the PGA. Yeah, I know he's on the PGA. What event's he playing?
I think this is the real deal, and you've got a shot with this gal.
No.
Or her brother.
For her to I'd rather have a shot with a brother. For her to say...
What? You wouldn't.
For her to say, thanks for being a fan all over my fan page. I've never posted on her fan page.
I don't know about that.
Does everybody have to have a fan page? I mean, this show should, but like...
So I've never... But I was asking questions about her brother, and she caught that.
You're going to keep the conversation going?
Yeah, man. I'll have to see.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get her
Guys,
to
it's
say.
so pathetic. The Shoehorn is an active member on the Golf Rivals fan page. He posts more there than the Sads on the TMA fan page after a 24-hour brisket smoke. Jesus, that's from breasts.
No, that's not true.
You're not actively posting on the Golf Rivals fan page?
I think I commented once yesterday and once the day before, and before that, like, not for a month.
Later in stats.
Yeah, well,
What was the topic that engaged you yesterday on the golf?
Oh, yesterday was
bat wings.
No, yesterday was sad, considering it's almost like the fan page with so many posts on that thing. Some girl that's got
That sounds sad.
Some girl that's like I don't know, 4 stages better than me. She's got a Batwing 9, and she posted a hole-in-one that was like straight away. She goes, "Look at this shot," and I responded, "And?" She goes, "And what?" I go, "Well, is this your first hole-in-one?" She goes, "No, I've had many." I said, "Well, why are you posting that? It's a straightaway hole-in-one." I mean,
good thing to get in an argument about.
Well, I just asked I asked her why you posted. I said, I'm just tired of all these stupid posts on here. Just like the fan page. I'm so tired of those and these.
Pretty much had it.
Look, I had a hole-in-one, a very easy one.
Breasts has just sent in 3 screenshots of your posts on Golf Rival Community.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about, which ones. I said I posted 3 in the last month, so maybe you got the only 3.
Let's see. I know stage 16 and 17 share the same AA. I'm at 34,000. If I move to 35,000, do the players get better at AA, even though I'm at the same level? That's from Kenny Strode.
Yeah, that was a question because I wanted to know. I mean, I'm doing well in Albatross Arena where you can get upwards of 4,000 coins, and I've been winning a lot of them. But if I move up, even though I stay in the same stage of the arena, do the players get better? It was a legitimate question. If they get better, I'm not going to move up.
For a non-golf rival player like myself, that sounded like a coded message sent to like Churchill.
What are you going to do with these 4,000 coins?
I buy cards with them. I can get up to the Batwing 8.
This is a sad life, I think.
I enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing it. It's a fun little game.
Have you considered getting like a PlayStation or something? Is that some little more?
Oh, yeah.
I have one. I have the old NES Classic that I lent to my niece, and I haven't seen it in 2 years.
Talking about something from this century.
Yeah.
No, I like the old games. I like playing Mario.
Fair enough.
Oh, if you played
Tim, come on, man. This video game stuff's too much. You got to step in. That's 314.
He did step in. He read the Golf Rival post.
Oh, God. Stephen Wildwood says, it sounds like every fan page is exactly the effing same. That's from Stephen Wildwood. That is, I think that there may be some truth to that. I could be wrong.
What were the other 2 posts I made?
Little clicks form. Guys who've been around for a while suddenly feel like they have, tenure with their other internet friends, and they then police it and make fun of new people. I guess there are probably arguments over things that the outside world, would go, oh, God, is this really happening? So I think Stephen Wildwood might be onto something there.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Jackson, are you on any Missouri fan pages?
No. I follow a nice.
Plowhawks.
I follow a nice assortment. Well, there's nothing on there. Like, there's no news or opinion that I truly crave. I watch every game. I know what the team's doing.
If you join the TJ Moe fan page,
Yeah, I'm, like, super good on that.
You would be more entertained than any other thing that's on television.
What's on there?
I would probably hate myself.
Yeah, as a fan, you probably would.
I have no interest. I'm not like a Reddit or a message board guy. I just kind of, if I watch Missouri every time they play. Nothing that, QX for Boy 19 on the message board is going to tell me that I don't already know. I follow Dave Matter, and that's where I get news and insights from. Two credible journalists, not necessarily, this random guy who lives in Callaway, Missouri, Callaway County.
Callaway County taking shrapnel.
Right, Fulton.
I've never even heard of
Fulton area.
Oh.
Is Bachelor, Missouri in Callaway County?
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
My mom once did a story about if there were any bachelors in Bachelor, Missouri, and she said it went really poorly. She said all the guys were really weird.
Hard to believe, small town Missouri, you'd find some weird people.
She said that one fell flat on its face.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Morning, guys. Check this out. I had a full conversation with a bot yesterday. Tried to trick it, but it knew about its brother. So that's just something I do sometimes. Thanks. These guys posting on this golf page are pathetic, so I just kind of troll them by saying, and? Anyways, you guys know what arena I need to get the A9 Batwing. That's from...
Well,
these guys posting on this golf page are pathetic.
Nobody, I didn't post that because there's no such thing as an A9. So, well, to give you an example.
No such thing as an
break it
A9.
down.
Why things need to be posted. On the fan page, here's a post. Are we going to bring that back? It's a picture.
The Golf Rivals fan page or the TMA
fan page? Are we going to bring that back? There's a picture of Keith Jackson and Joe Paterno in the booth.
Keith Jackson.
That's it. And he just post a picture of Joe Paterno, Keith Jackson, and just said,
nice
we going to bring that back? And somebody said, did you even read the free report? That's funny. But we going to bring that back. Just you found a picture of Joe Paterno and Keith Jackson. You post it. Are we going to bring that back? I mean, why take time to even do that? Oh, and there's a picture.
Because it's Joe Paterno, I
There's
guess.
a picture of Chasey Lane that's not pretty. So.
Well, on the TMA fan page?
No,
I'm going to head on over and see what it's doing.
It's on her page. That's used to be the most...
You're on the Chasey Lane fan page?
Okay.
That's probably been dormant for a good 20 years.
Well, this was posted a day ago.
Wow.
Well, she has her own Facebook page. It came up on my thread. So if you go to Chasey Lane, that's...
Doug, are you a member of Chasey's Facebook
I'm not.
page?
I'm not. I guess I'm missing quite a bit.
She was one of the most beautiful women ever in porn, and I think she got into drugs actually.
Yeah, that'll ruin a person.
Yeah. Well, it's on her page, Tim. Normally, she puts on her page, I'm in my car and somebody took my purse. Can somebody come pick me up and let me live with you?
That got some responses, no doubt.
Oh yeah, a lot of them said, "I'll come get you." Where are you?
What's going on?
It doesn't sound like a dangerous thing to do at all.
I think
Say, can someone come get me so I can live with you? What could go wrong with that?
I think she was homeless for a period of time. So.
Yet active on her fan page.
Yeah, what?
I'm not active. I just.
No, not
her. The homeless woman has a fan page?
It's just her Facebook page.
How does she have internet?
I guess she has a phone.
5G.
Hard to hit a hotspot there.
I mean, there's a lot of... I see a guy that's begging for money on the corner on St. Charles Rock Road, and he's talking on the phone.
Right.
How do you have a phone?
I can't. I don't know. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm saying
Who's the person? Who is the person who has this fan page who's homeless?
It's not a fan page. It's a Facebook page. Chasey Lane.
Got it.
I saw homeless people in Seattle lying on the sidewalk, typing into their laptop computer.
Well, priorities, Doug.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. The homeless woman on her fan page is reporting that Claves is going to coach the Beehawks. Thanks. That's from the bastard James Hahn.
That's a follower.
But it's
that
not
covers
Mike
a lot
Claiborne.
of topics right there from today's show.
No, it's Liz Claiborne.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's Chasey looking a little rough. But at least
Well,
she's
she
still...
doesn't have a home, right?
Well, that was a while back. But it seemed like every other week she was posting something about getting kicked out, and my boyfriend kicked me out. I have no place to live. Things
Come
like
get
that.
me.
Who wants to pick me up and let me stay with them?
Yeah, and someone did, apparently.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where she's living. I think she might be in Vegas still.
Would you have come and picked her up and let her live with you?
Well, she lived in St. Louis.
But you would. You would have picked her up.
Well, she can't live with me. She can come use the shower. Maybe I'll make her a bite to eat.
She couldn't sleep there overnight? Couch or something?
Probably. I'd let her take the couch.
Yeah.
Doug, Tommy Sabuka would pick you up. He'd pick you up and take you to VIP Auto Accessories is exactly what he would do. VIP Auto Accessories, your one-stop full-service shop for all your auto accessory needs. They do van and truck upfitting for commercial fleet vehicles, provide graphic solutions for vehicles, retail office space, floors, windows, and more, and have a full array of public safety solutions, including for EMS and police fleets. VIP is now a full-service operation, providing top-quality service and the ability to get it done now. VIP's one-stop shop will save you time and hassle. Go to VIPAutoAccessories.com or call Tommy Sabuka directly, 314-428-3900, or email him at tommy.cibulka@VIPAutoAccessories.com. And it is remote starting season. If you'd like to have that installed in your vehicle, they do it at VIP Auto Accessories. They work with Design Air Heating and Cooling. They work with Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. They're part of the TMA ecosystem, and they're all local. Since 1979, it's Tommy Sabuka and VIP Auto Accessories. We will have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming your way, I would say, in about 7 minutes. Then we have Munganess Balloon Party coming up at 10 o'clock. Jackson, what can the people expect on 101 ESPN coming up at 10 o'clock?
Pew, 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 pew. It's Friday, and that means it's the Little Piddles Friday six-shooter.
Oh, wow.
What in the world is that?
6 world-class questions to lead you into the weekend.
Yeah, Doug, it wets your beak for the weekend.
Yep.
All right.
And then I assume we'll discuss some of the Gallup poll results. And then, of course, it's a wide berth Friday, so it's up in the air, but that's the fun part about it. It's the organic nature of the presentation.
You going to make fun of the dog's chant?
No.
Oh, no.
No. I'm not going to make fun of anything.
That audience, big soccer fans?
No.
No.
But I'd say that there's, some. It's a big audience. So
I would agree. I'd say for the most part, Cardinals and Blues. I'd say Cardinals and Blues just because the Cardinals cast such a wide net. And then Blues, and then I would say it's a large drop-off to, God, I don't know. What do you think's third?
Just everything else. Truly, Battlehawks probably third, actually. And
Probably
then,
NFL in general.
Yeah, football. I would say football in general outside of college, like pro football in general, and then college football, college basketball, soccer, all kind of fighting there for fourth.
Well, it's hard to have, for the general public, to have too many opinions about the city soccer team and the Battlehawks when a lot of people don't even know who's on the team.
Right.
We know in general that they've won their games and that they're going to hopefully help rejuvenate downtown. Beyond that, I don't know how many people could really get into the weeds and discuss the players and the coaches and everything.
As the season progresses, I think that may change. But as of right now, I would agree with you.
You're talking about Tommy Fleetwood that started the day 3 under and just made a triple bogey.
Uh-oh. Is he on your team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sitting in 67th after that triple bogey. Or you can talk about Keegan Bradley.
Still make the cut?
Well, he
Still
can,
make
but
the cut.
he can't.
He's going to be done by the time the 40-mile-an-hour winds show up. You're in good shape. If your guys are playing right now, that should help you.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it won't work out the way they're expecting with the wind.
Well, Keegan Bradley may be playing in his own win because he was 4 under yesterday. He's now 4 over through 8.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, that Bay Hill's an intimidating golf course. Every drive it hit is over water.
Have you played there?
No. That'd probably be 1 or 2 on courses I'd like to play in Florida, though.
I believe it's got the highest number of 200-yard plus shots, either for your tee shots or your approaches on tour, if I'm not mistaken on that.
Is that a Pete Dye design? Or did Arnie himself design it? Okay, Arnie designed it himself. Okay, because it kind of looks like Pete Dye with the way the fairways wrap around water.
I played it with Jay. Nice course, a lot of water. I think water on 70 of the holes.
You probably brought the course to its knees.
I know on 18, my drive was right next to the Robert Gomez plaque, and I almost knocked it in like Robert Gomez.
Sure you did. would you shoot? About 72, 73?
No, I'm sure I shot high 80s. I was playing better back then.
High 80s wouldn't be bad on a course that tough.
Oh, we were playing the white tees, so.
Don't sell yourself short. You're a stick.
You are, Iggy.
So it's a nice course. Those are my two favorite that I've played. Bay Hill and Sawgrass, probably my two favorite.
All right.
We haven't got into the PGA. Are we not going to talk about the PGA changes? I didn't want to bring something up that we weren't going to talk about.
You can talk about anything. You're a principal man.
I mean, I guess it really isn't that big of a story.
That's really Live Junior now.
I don't like no-cut events. The one thing I don't like about Live.
Why do you care if someone gets cut?
There's no incentive to watch on a Sunday when guys are down by 15 strokes.
Well, they won't. That's just the bottom of the barrel. They're going to still show you the leaders, just like they always do.
And I get Max Homa. He's excited he has to be the PGA Tour like mouthpiece because McIlroy is the quasi-commissioner of the league or of PGA right now. But Max Homa wouldn't have liked these rules 2 years ago because he would be making no money because he wouldn't be in these elevated events because he wouldn't be in the top 30 or the top 50, whatever it may be. So I don't like some of the rules that are in place, but I do like that they're copying Live because they needed to do it.
Yeah. And there's probably players that are very happy about it. They're not going to just
thrilled. They're making
fly or
millions
drive across the country and play 2 days and be done.
I was listening to an interview with Peter Malnati, who's a Missouri guy. Went to school at Missouri like Hayden Buckley last night, and he himself would acknowledge he is a lower tier PGA player, but he's on the committee, and he said a week ago he would have been 100% against it. He said a number of guys who would fall into his category would have been 100 against it, but he was 100% against it. But he said he was presented with new information and actually now likes it, and some of his reasoning was that it actually will lift up the importance of events that over the last, however many years, such as the one that was here 5 days ago, the Honda Classic, the John Deere, where our friend Chris Nagel was on the leaderboard on Sunday, because if you win those, you then get into the now elevated, designated, whatever term they're calling them, events. And so these events, and by these I mean the lower level events, now have some semblance of a class and a purpose. It means you're going to have to play better, but as opposed to hoping that you might see a big field at a place that inevitably is not going to get it, you now know what kind of event you will have, and guys who might not necessarily be playing particularly well, and I use Gary Woodland and Billy Horschel as example, guys in Woodland's case who's won a major, Horschel who's won on tour, will have to go there and battle to kind of fight for their lives to get into the events that they used to get in and take for granted. And Malnati said, I realize I may never play at Bay Hill again because of these rules, but now I have to dial in more so than ever before. And so it kind of creates a caste system of sorts. Now, not to say that the PGA Tour isn't saying this or that they are saying it, I don't know. I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying it. But without question, these changes do not occur if it weren't for Live Golf. Now, Live Golf isn't necessarily causing a ripple relative to an audience at the moment, but it still is out there, and it still has, from my standpoint, without question led to the changes we've seen on golf. So I think it would be disingenuous to say otherwise, for anybody to say otherwise. Now, whether or not it improves the product, I don't know. One of the counters to it was I heard Scotty Scheffler saying, let's say I'm having an off weekend, but somebody who wants to come and see, whether it be me or a Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy, they know they're going to be around all 4 days, and they're not going to get there until Saturday, and they now know they're going to get a chance to see them play with the no-cut events. Personally, I like cuts, but just to give perspective on what the tour players are saying, and I realize they are the tour players, so it's getting a tour perspective. That is their explanation for the reasoning for them being on board. Even the lower level players like a Peter Malnati.
Can we talk about how amazing golf would have been?
No, that's off limits.
If Jay Monahan would have taken the Greg Norman call, had a conversation about Live, maybe they came together had a meeting of the minds, came up with this. No tour had to lose any players. You could implement some of these no-cut rules, and you still have your DJs, your Koepkas, your Cam Smiths, all on the PGA Tour. Jay Monahan is a joke, and watching the full swing, it just shows to me that Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods run the PGA Tour to an extent. They make it seems like they make a lot of these rules and hold a lot of these private meetings. And I think what Jay Monahan has done to PGA is a disaster. With the comment that now, the PR spin team for the PGA has to come up with these reasons why it's a good thing, even though a year and a half ago when LIV implemented no cuts and more money, they're bashing it as, ruining the integrity of golf, and now all of a sudden they're doing it, but it's not different. Jay Monahan, man, wet the bed on this, dude. He absolutely... golf would be so amazing at this point right now with all these rules. One tour, all the top 100 players in the same tour with no drama. Jay Monahan is a joke, and it completely soiled his legacy, and now he's trying to spin it in a creative way. And
well, they didn't want
now
Saudi
basically
Arabia.
He wants Rory McIlroy to take over at this point.
They didn't want Saudi Arabia to take over the PGA Tour.
But they do a tour in China. They have 23 sponsors. We've already. This is regurgitated information, but
don't get mad at me.
You can't be a hypocrite like that. You can't. It's like choosing what you want to follow in the Bible. It's like you can't. You just can't pick and choose and do. Be in bed with some companies that are tied to Saudi money or tied to Chinese money. You can't pick and choose because they're going to take your tour away. That's not how it works.
Well, I know Jay Monahan was maybe dropped the ball by not talking, but Craig Norman didn't want to talk to him to help out the PGA.
Well, Greg Norman was the first one to
when you said
right?
you don't, if Jay Monahan would have taken Greg Norman's call, I was looking up to see if that had occurred. Was there a phone call that was made?
I thought they were trying to.
And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't recall that.
No, I'm going to paraphrase. I don't know the full length of the story, but I remember when LIV first started. I think it was before the tournaments actually started. It was kind of getting the player together and getting events and rules in place. That Greg Norman, and this is after Jay Monahan talked about the Saudi-backed money, the Saudi tour. I think Norman wanted to have a conversation of the mind, trying to, avoid a ripple and have two separate tours. They're trying to get Saudi to back the PGA and, obviously funnel in the millions more that would be in the tournament. So I think that was the conversation that he wanted to have.
Yeah, I got some here on golfmagic.com from January 9th.
Golfmagic.com.
I like the name.
PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan refused to say whether he'd answer the phone to his LIV golf rival, Greg Norman.
But what about, did Norman reach out before all of this?
That I don't know.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
No, I got you.
I hadn't been familiar. I would be surprised just because it's creating a totally new business, so I don't know why Norman would reach out. I don't know.
Maybe it was Norman's last ditch effort to try to save face, try to be in bed with the PGA still. But they wanted to use Saudi money to implement these rules, more tournaments, bigger prize pools. I think that's what it was.
How would that help Norman? Norman wanted to start his own league. If they said, yeah, we'll do it, and then they all stayed there, well, what's Norman do?
Well, Greg Norman's an absolute pariah now, and I think it would have been a nice thing for him.
But he wouldn't have a LIV golf league. The whole point is they've been trying to start another league.
No, I think
for years.
I think they wanted more money in the PGA with a little bit more control over your name and likeness.
Well, that's what the players say. Greg Norman wasn't saying that. Greg Norman said, yeah, help these players out. And then he would just be gone. And let's be honest, Dustin Johnson, you could have given him whatever he wanted. You gave him $150 million to leave. He's going. These other players are going. Charles Howell just made almost $5 million last week. That's more than he's made in the last 2 years.
But the rule changes in the PGA in the last year and a half. That's more rule changes than they have in 10 or 15 years.
Well, of course, they did it because of LIV. We all know that. And it helps the players. But
they refuse to admit that, which is also super annoying.
But even if he took the call, I mean, the players got what they want. They went to LIV, and they're still going to get to play the major. So
I think the players just wanted a bunch of money.
I'll say this, because I don't know the structure of the contracts, whether or not it's guaranteed money. One of the things that I'm sure plenty of people in our audience are familiar with, not necessarily in broadcasting per se, but if a business goes out of business, in your contract is with the business, you now become a creditor, but you aren't necessarily guaranteed the money unless it is personally backed. And I would be curious If, for example, a guy such as Brooks Koepka, who, per Alan Shipnick last week, who was the one who had the Phil Mickelson conversation, whether it was on the record, as Shipnick says it was, or off the record, as Mickelson says it was, and he wrote the Mickelson book, says Brooks Koepka, per his sources, is having buyer's remorse about moving to LIV. I wonder if a guy such as Koepka, who could still be competitive on the PGA Tour, and certainly Dustin Johnson, not necessarily Ian Poulter or Charles Howell III, but guys like Koepka or Johnson are looking at the tour changes and wondering if they could go back, because now they can play less events, be assured that they're going to play all 4 days, and make more money. You see what I'm saying? I mean, they got a bit of LIV, which is attracted to them, which is they don't have to play all the events, and they can make more money. And I wonder if they worry about where LIV will be in a few years, whereas it's, I think it's pretty safe to say the PGA Tour is going to be around in a few years. Whether it's as strong, that's debatable, but, LIV is a startup that at the moment isn't necessarily taking off. It's backed by Saudi Arabia, but it's not necessarily a business model that is leading to a profit. And somebody can have all the money in the world, but if they get tired of just pouring money into it, they may pull the plug. All right, we got to go to the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Guns N' Roses tickets on the line here for today's Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Ben Hogan is in a minor fender bender and plays golf the next day. And they make a movie starring Glenn Ford about it. Follow the Sun. Give me a break. Kind of ironic. Follow the Sun. Sunshine State. During the 9 o'clock hour, Tim moved his entire studio and came back even better. The man is in Florida. Do you guys know how many hurricanes have occurred in Florida in March? Neither do I, but I bet there have been some. But this email is about foreshadowing. Stabbin' Cabin 2023. An unexpected snowstorm shuts down the Smoky Mountains road system. A bunch of guys trapped. And when they come to the realization they have no food, then the ugliest one springs it on his bunkmate. Ever hear of the Donner Party? Looks like we have no choice but to eat each other.
Oh.
That comes from Amanda Polk.
Amanda Polk. Ben Hogan wasn't an fender bender. The crash almost killed him.
Doug, I can just read what Amanda Polk writes in.
Okay.
There's no fact-checking in the filtered file.
No.
Mitsubishi Stereon. Felix giving birth. Kittens underneath the couch. Want to see my girth? Olivia and Felix, the cutest little cats. Georgetown Apartments didn't have no rats. That place was so nice, Iggy might move back. Tim in the Florida sunshine looking like a snack. Caw, caw, the Beehawks are home again. They've got the dome field advantage and the willingness to win. Ravioli Boys, that name is such a bore. Lame chants by soccer fats. Plowsy's a backsplash whore. TMSTL, home of the dogs. Do any of you guys want to see my hog?
No.
JV golf coach.
JV golf coach.
I'm writing to you today with a tale of wands and wonder and one very silly stepdad named Keith. It all started when Keith discovered the magic wand at a garage sale. At first, we thought it was just a cute little trinket, but oh, we were wrong. Keith has been wandering around the house waving his magic wand and muttering spells under his breath. We're not entirely sure what he's trying to accomplish, but he seems to be having a great time. Last night, things took a turn for the absurd when Keith decided to use his wand to try to make dinner. He waved the vibrating wand at the stove and shouted, "Pizza Merkin," but all that appeared was a smoking pan. Undeterred, he then tried to conjure up some spaghetti, but ended up with a sticky VHS copy of Wet Pink. We're not sure what to make of Keith's newfound obsession with the magic wand, but we're starting to think he's watched one too many Harry Potter movies. If you have any tips on how to deal with a grown man waving a vibrating wand around the house, please let me know. Thank you for your help. That's from Jake in a state of arousal.
Okay. Jake in a state of arousal.
I did see Ellen Barkin did an interview and said that one of her directors once ripped off her Merkin. Yeah.
I actually
Trying to find
think
a
I
connection.
saw that story.
And she was in, well, he mentioned Merkin in that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, and then she said, the director said, "What do you care? Nobody's looking at you."
Nice.
Oh, that's offensive.
Yeah, it was.
Doug, we have 2 more emails.
Okay, I hope there's
It's
a good one.
March, and you talk about the tournament, and you got Dennis Gates and the Tigers peaking at the right time, trying to leapfrog Kentucky, and John Calipari and the SEC standings, and Jackson is being a cam boy so grown men can monitor his rage boner while he channels his inner Norbin Dale as he curses the refs while watching the Tigers get bounced from the tournament. But never mind that, we got a civil war brewing between different factions of local soccer fans. On one extreme, we have the ravioli dorks who get butthurt when anyone mocks their terrible chant. And on the other extreme, we have the casuals who won't pay to watch the games yet still complain because they aren't for sure who any of the players are.
Nice.
You know, people oftentimes trade one addiction for another, be it alcohol for weed or cigarettes for Tootsie Roll Pops. I think that's what we're seeing with Iggy and his fan page hiatus. He can't get his fix on the fan page, so he's trolling random Battlehawk threads and getting involved in golf rival communities, presumably so he can suggest they make the game more realistic by allowing you to hit into the group in front of you, or allow you to have sex with prostitutes between holes.
Good point.
Yesterday, Iggy requested someone set up a hidden camera in his rent-controlled dormitory for the underprivileged so Iggy can watch a voyeur Twitch feed of himself berating his phone while he sandbags in a golf video game. Sounds like a great idea. I can't think of how that could possibly go wrong, having a voyeur cam capturing Iggy's private behavior within his jack shack as he watches a guy with a microwing jumping up and down in a pool, or taboo incest that Iggy truly knows is fake, unlike those Dancing Bear documentaries. Are there guys who masturbate with both hands? Thanks, that's from Buck Swope.
Okay, Buck.
I bet you can answer all those questions yourself.
Buck Swope with a
And
nice
finally,
little email.
Pardon me. Sorry, let me just squeeze on by right here in the middle of you talking about the polls you posted yesterday, Timmy. Don't mean to interrupt, but wanted to chime in real quickly to ask if you guys would kindly shut the hell up about canceling YouTube TV and all the other streaming platforms you don't think you need anymore. You see, Plowsy and I worked too damn long and too damn hard pretending to be real-life friends with a handful of these pathetic listeners over the last couple of years, and a long con to eventually guilt them into giving us their platinum login passwords. And I'll be damned if you or Doug or Jackson think you can ruin the sweetheart deal we got going when I'm right in the middle of season 16 of a cartoon pirate show I'm rewatching on Nickelodeon Plus. Look, it's your money, so do what you want. But just know that if you cut me off from logging into their accounts, I'm going to miss all the emails my cardboard box complex sends out about boil warnings and grand openings for nearby food pantries. That comes from thanks. Speaking of the LPGA, you guys want to hear about the time I went looking for my cat and ended up having anal in the back of a PT Cruiser.
Starry on, but that's all right.
Whip, whip.
And it was in her bed.
Doug, that's what we have for the design, air heating, and
Thanks.
cooling email.
I didn't have a check by anybody.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with the leadoff hitter, Amanda Poquet. Amanda Poquet.
I mean, this is the worst batch in many, many months.
Well, I don't know.
What was the last guy's name?
Thanks for something.
That was,
Thanks for
something
speaking.
on a PT Cruiser.
Yeah, I'll take the PT Cruiser.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Amanda Poke.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Then. All right.
Amanda Plowhawk, is that where you would have gone?
I'm going to go with Buck.
Yeah.
I was going to go
Swope would've got
Jake in
it.
a
That
state
would've
of
been
arousal.
Especially when you guys are about to do a Pepper and Genie, right?
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not doing a Pepper and Genie. I got
Oh, I thought
it was bad.
I thought you said you were going to write a chant.
I am. We'll have it tomorrow on the show.
Oh. But we're off.
We'll have
What
a
show?
show tomorrow.
Oh.
Let's do it Monday.
Is it really Friday?
It is.
I don't want to do it.
This week's been dragging on it.
Oh.
Well, I'll do it, and we'll have it Monday.
I can put it on social. I can put it on Instagram and TikTok.
I'll put it together. Plowsy just brings up the Saints Come Marching In music, and I'll...
Well, no, I can put the music in after you're done with the
okay,
chant.
that's fine.
Yeah, so I can just hit record.
So
and
is this something that people can expect today, or is this going to be Monday?
I'll get it done after the show.
Sure, do it today.
Well,
nice.
Your part's the easy part. I would have to edit all of it, and I don't.
Well, that's why I said.
No offense, I don't want to do it today.
Can't you just sing it without the background music?
No, you need the background music for sure,
Yeah,
but I'm not
wouldn't it
going
be
to
easier
turn it around in 12 hours. We'll have it for Monday.
Wouldn't it be easier for you just to play the music, and I'll sing to it, and while it's recording, and then we're done?
I don't know if that's.
We got to go get ripped, so let's get after it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We got to go.
I'm not doing it.
Time to go. This wraps up the Ryan Kelly Morning Club Ultra Studios. Maybe Iggy's chant will appear on the TMA STL feed. Jackson and I are going to appear on 101 ESPN in like 10 seconds. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.